All right. So, last time on D&D, we the party had just come from just arrived in Barrakeen. Squirt had met an old friend, and Alen made a deal to travel through the forest somewhat unimpeded using a guide, a local guide who going by the name of Jimmy. And You guys ended up leaving Barrakeen with Jimmy, uh, traveling through the Feywild Forest, doing twists and turns through the trees, and eventually uh, you came across a part in the forest where uh, Alin's part of the bargain had come to fruition. There was a tournament, and the seed that was required by Jimmy was a seed in the tournament, not a seed on a tree or any other offspring or anything like that. Uh, it was a seed in the tournament, and Alin had to win the match against his opponent in order for Jimmy to even be able to participate in the tournament. Uh,
Which was something that looked like a minotaur.
it looked very similar to a Minotaur, but it was definitely not a Minotaur.
Seeing
It,
as most minotaurs do not use spells unless they are player characters.
right. Yeah, so you guys learned a bit during that tournament, well, and after. Um, During the tournament, there was a bit of a snafu where after Alin won, Jimmy, or what you soon learned, Gemma Farina, Queen of the Dryads, had lost her rightful place in the forest, losing to this Darfus character from a different realm. Um, and during those two's trial contest of magical abilities, you guys found out that Darfus was cheating using flying quicklings to actually attack Gemma during the fight, during their fight. And so calling him out, he almost immediately turns on the rest of the party, engaging everyone into a um, kind of a really nasty brawl, really nasty fight. There's a lot of magic thrown around, a lot of a lot of quicklings moving through the air, people getting cut and stabbed.
I
Uh,
threw a cage at one of them.
yes, a cage was thrown. It's a very dirty fight. Eventually, though, you guys did end up killing Darfus, who disintegrated in front of everyone in the middle of the field. And at that time, everyone who had been spectating the tournament, or so you thought, vanished. The whole tournament disappears, and you all are standing in the middle of a forest with no one around but Jim Farina, um, who then tells you how she lost her powers, so on and so forth. Thanks you very much for assisting in getting her what she rightfully knew was hers. Gave Alin a really nice staff that she no longer needed. Yep. And yeah, so you all managed to get all of that accomplished, and then you guys continued on your quest towards Inaviran, moving through the Feywild Forest at an alarming rate. Well, maybe not so alarming. Moving through the Feywild Forest quite quickly with the grace and ease of Gemma Farina, who now had her powers and who was able to travel through the sprite-infested forest now that she had her powers. And so that is essentially where you guys. I'm gonna pull up a map real quick, and then I'll talk a little bit more, and then we'll be good to start. Where is my map? I'm gonna do the maps a little differently tonight because I need to probably hide some things. So we're gonna go back to the old way real quick and stream that. And there we go. All right.
Hey, how's my sound right now?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, you good?
Good
Okay.
to go. All right.
Maybe I have to turn my sound down this time.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you all managed to make your way through the forest in a very twisty, turvy, winding area, eventually stopping here for the night. And during that stop in the night, you all, well, most everyone was ready for sleep, especially Alin, who took quite a beating during his encounter.
It was not fun.
However, two people stay awake, and we discover some things about
I think
Akiva.
because I was reading, I was partially awake during this time, but I was just completely ignoring them.
Okay.
They're having like,
Either way,
experience. So,
yeah. So two people do stay awake, Kiva and Twitch, and we find out. Well, those two find out that they are indeed related, with the help of Jimmy, who quote unquote connects them, using her hands as like her body as a conduit between the two. However, something weird does happen. Twitch hears a very distinctly male voice during the connection in a completely different language and relays that back to Kiva, who just speaks it as if it's a normal thing, and that's yeah, and that's what happens. That is kind of shunned off to the side for a bit, and Twitch eventually tells Kiva of her dad, all the backstory of the family, like whips out a family tree, just starts going to town with that, and later that evening, just before Kiva goes to bed, Jimmy gives Kiva a spell that was passed down from her mother, called Sylvan Spire, and everyone eventually goes to sleep. And so that is where we are going to pick up today, is right there, and it is currently about 7:30 in the morning. It's been a fairly restful night of sleep, and Jimmy is starting to rouse everyone, kind of like in a hushed, worried sort of way, but just quietly waking everyone up fairly quickly. hey, we have to go fairly quickly. We have to go.
what's wrong? What's wrong?
We need to move. We need to move from this position very quickly.
Oh, okay. Is something happening?
Yes.
Or is something about to happen?
No, well, I haven't been forthright with you all. I have been slowing time while we were moving. So the travel that felt like it took a day actually took a little more than a week, just about a week.
What?
And
What?
so we are. Oh yeah. She's a really powerful spellcaster.
Why did you do that?
So that she could. She kind of like look at you all. How do you think I travel my woods so quickly? It's not by movement alone. And she just kind of gives you this like glib look, and then continues to like rouse you. But we do have to move. We have to get up. I need to readjust the spell a little bit, and we just need to move from here.
Wait,
Okay,
I'm confused. Did
alright.
she make times? Did she make it slower for us or
Yes.
for the world?
Yes.
So she's been delaying us on purpose.
She's been slowing your time in like a time bubble sort of deal.
I'm confused.
So it's speeding our time up while everything else is moving slower.
So for clarity's sake, the time everyone outside of the lot of you, it has been a week. You guys have only experienced a day, or about a day.
So that's speeding
of travel.
us up.
Yes, essentially yes. It's slowing.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, sorry, I said that wrong.
I
Yes.
and thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, I said that wrong. Yes, it would be technically speeding you guys up, as if you were like hasted 10 times your speed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
That wouldn't make Jen as upset.
Yeah, that would not.
I don't think.
Still disconcerting.
Yeah. So for everyone else outside of you guys, it's been 10 days.
Wow.
That's how you guys have managed to travel nearly 500 miles in a day.
What?
I didn't even realize we were.
Whoa. Wait, what?
Yeah.
That far?
Oh yeah. This map is tiny. Yes, this map is tiny. The whole region here, I don't have a little thing here, but like her whole region, remember she was saying it was like 1,000 miles?
Okay, that's fair. All right.
I did put all the pieces out there, just saying.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, she's hurriedly rushing everyone to kind of wake up, rouse everyone, get everyone ready, pretty rapidly.
About what time would it be?
7:30.
Okay. Yeah, Kiva's getting up if Jimmy's saying there's some urgency to needing to get up and get moving. She's up and moving.
Okay.
Jin would as well.
Jen, sorry. Say that again, Jen.
Jin would as well. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
you're
eating
good.
while
You're
playing.
Good. So, Lynn, are you getting up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my glasses and get up.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Squirt probably gets up and like just starts hurriedly shoving everything into her bag as fast as she can, and starts moving things along. Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch would have already probably been awake.
Okay.
True. Yep.
Yep. And Dre's. Oh. Dre's?
We lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if it works. I said,
no, it does not work.
It was for like
it was
2
working
seconds.
until you said what you wanted to say.
always to go.
Something.
He's
I'm gonna assume he's getting ready to go. We'll let you work on your audio issues. I'm assuming that Dre's is getting ready to go. And yeah, so everyone begins getting ready to go. You all get your all your stuff together. It takes about 15 minutes or so, and the tiny hut falls, and you all start moving. Jimmy is like just kind of like moving you guys along. She's not like dragging or pulling anyone, but she is like speeding things along, sort of deal. So she, as you all move away, there's this kind of sound as you make about 30-40 feet yards actually away from where you're at. There's like this, and as you look behind you, you can see like this almost spherical distortion in the woods, and it kind of like waves in and out, like if you were listening to a sound wave really slow. It's like and all of a sudden there's a, and the little sound bubble that you're looking at, the visual little bubble, collapses in on itself right where you guys were. And Jimmy just kind of looked back at the rest of you. Well, that was closer than I would have liked it to be.
What would have happened?
That was time catching back up with itself. We just needed to be, out of the way. So I'm going to refrain from doing that now. I just needed to speed things along to make it to the tournament in time.
Okay, all right.
What would have happened if we were still there?
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'd prefer not to even think about it. It wouldn't be pleasant. Let's just leave it at that.
Comforting.
No, okay.
Well, let's move on. We're getting close to the edge of my domain anyway. Which is, the other reason that we stopped for the evening. it's not too much further. We'll continue on west, and your entrance to Inaviran will be a little north of that. And now that you guys are outside of this little time bubble, whatever she had done, you do notice subtle changes. The sun itself seems to move a little faster than you guys had recognized before. As you're traveling, and it is far slower on the map here than you guys had initially been going. You do make it a fair ways in the woods, but it takes 4 or 5 hours. It's getting close to noontime, and the sun is actually now overhead. It doesn't feel like you guys are moving as fast. Now that you know what's happened, you guys can kind of almost feel a change in this pace that you guys were moving on. Just subtle. There's little subtle things that you guys pick up on, like the pitch of birds is lower now than it was before. Fireflies seem to be moving a little slower than they were before. It's just things like that you just like pick up on, like, huh, okay, that you hadn't recognized before, because honestly you really hadn't seen it before. But you do make a fair ways into the woods, and it does take you a good almost 8 hours to make it that little blue strip. I'll make it a little thicker. That little blue strip. It takes you almost 8 hours to make it that far, and it's. Go ahead.
No, that was just agreeing. That's
okay.
Slow going.
Yes, it's very slow. It's very, very slow.
Dense woods.
Yes, it's dense woods. You guys don't really know the terrain. Jimmy's leading you. It's actually faster because Jimmy is leading you. But you do finally make it to, what she says, the end of her domain. You make it, and she kind of turns to the rest of you. Well, this is it. I can take you no further. I must get back and attend to some other things. And she turns and looks at Twitch, and specifically at Twitch says, just come find me whenever you're done questing. And Twitch, you almost feel like she winks at you.
Twitch is winking back.
Okay, and she just kind of does a very gracious low bow to all of you. Even being a queen, it is still cordial for her to say farewell in this manner, and she just kind of low bows, and the entrance to which you seek lies nearly due north. If you follow your path due north tomorrow, you should be fine.
Before she leaves, Twitch wants to know more. Twitch wants to ask about the bond that she accidentally created with the bartender. What was it? The satyr?
Yeah.
So Twitch is gonna ask, what's the best way to get out of that bond?
Wait, you want to break a deal? You should not ever break a deal, especially with a satyr.
Not break a deal so much as ensure that more commitment is given than what I'm looking for.
The only way to be out of being indebted to another fey creature, is to have that fey creature be indebted to you.
You have to get him to thank you.
Essentially, yeah. You need to get him to be indebted to you in some way in order to get out of it.
That's the only way?
That's the only way.
Twitch's shoulders drop.
And you are still very quiet. I'm gonna have to turn you way up. 200.
I turned her up as much as I
quiet,
could.
all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah, he's the older laptop.
Yeah, that's all right. You can always switch to your phone and blast our earballs out. Now that we have you up to maximum.
Earballs?
Yeah, your earballs. Have you never heard of those?
Earballs, obviously.
Let me ask Bella, since she's doing this. So, Bella, you're doing your audio through the phone, but you're still able to stream the map on the computer?
I am not doing the map on the computer. I'm doing that on my phone. Well, actually, I wasn't using Jonas. Look down. And I'm doing the chat on my phone, like just monitoring what people say.
Gotcha.
Although for some, oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I
So
didn't want to do it on my phone, because I didn't want to stream it all.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Jimmy kind of bows to everyone and says her farewells. Just basically saying I'm heading back west to go check out my domain. There's some things I need to take care of. Gives a little winky-roo to Twitch, and she starts walking away from the rest of you. And it is currently about 8.5 hours after you guys started. And you all for sanity's sake here, it's about 5:30 in the afternoon, evening. The sun has already started to go down, and as Jimmy leaves you all, the woods just kind of feel a little more scary than they have the last, well, I guess now a week and a half, a week and 2 days, so it's yeah, you kind of feel the woods like closing in on you a little bit as she starts walking away. Would you like to continue on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gabe, did she react
well,
to
what is-
give me
what
any
is-
ears?
Oh, hang on. All right, I'm gonna respond to Kiva first.
I was gonna say, what does the area around us look like?
The area around you looks like. Oh, that's a beautiful question. I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna use this map, and I'm probably gonna end up using it later, but I think this is a pretty good representation of what the area looks like.
Oh, okay.
That's what the area looks like that you're standing in. It's very vibrantly colored, greens, blues, purples, orange. There's giant mushrooms throughout the forest, along
Ash
with
mushrooms.
along with other very tall trees. Some of them are cottony, some of them are fluffy. Others are very sharp and look very dangerous. It's just kind of all over the board, like everything. Think like deep forest jungle, but like with really wide variety of things.
Right. Is there anything like did Jimmy tell us like what was the mark? Like how does she know where? Like what direction do we still need to go?
She
there
did
anything
say
in sight.
She did say that you need to travel north.
Okay.
Does anyone have
So
a
did she-
compass?
Does anyone have a
Did
map?
she tell us like what we're
I have
looking
a
for
map.
as we travel?
It's a cave. Yeah, she said that the entrance to
Okay.
Enaviran is to the north. There's a cave to the north.
Okay.
And that's how we get in?
That is how she's saying you have to get in. Yes.
Okay, let's.
Okay.
Bye. You're cool.
Okay. Trace, what were you gonna say?
I can't say thank you, but
Yep.
I want
I was
to know that I
saying-
appreciate.
Did Jimmy give me any kind of reaction whenever she left after my interaction with her the night before?
Nothing out of the ordinary. She just she didn't really give you a wide berth or anything. She just said her fond farewells to everyone in a general sense. There was nothing specifically said.
Except to Twitch.
Right. And let me just do this so you guys can zoom in on it, because I can't zoom in on the map.
Okay.
That's the problem with it. And I could use this for Owlbear, but I would have to switch back and forth a whole bunch, and I'd rather just one thing tonight. Owlbear Rodeo. Okay, so you all are currently about right here. That's actually a really big blue. You're about right here, just a little to the southwest of the cave, at the very edges of her domain. And yeah, it is currently about 5 in the afternoon, evening time. There are some clouds that start to form overhead, but it doesn't seem anything serious. And yeah. What is everyone doing?
Examining the map to figure out which way is north.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
He's like just looking up and down and up and down. That's 9, so not good.
Yeah, you are just looking. You are just basically looking up and down and up and down. You like look at the map and then look up at the sky. Like there should be an indicator here somewhere. And then back down at the map. I don't see anything. And then back up and like.
Does anyone here own a compass?
Yeah, I mean, is anyone else?
Kiva does not.
Yeah, does anyone else want to try to roll? I'd actually.
Kiva will definitely try and see if she can help determine what direction we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Ideally before Jimmy is too far away.
Squirt knows the way to go.
Okay, cool. Squirt knows the way to go. Twitch is cool.
I mean, you all could roll too. Squirt's not here tonight, so I'd prefer if someone else knew the way.
I'm rolling.
What do you
Oh
want
yeah,
to
I think Kiva knows where to go to.
Oh, does she? Okay, good. Oh yeah, just barely.
roll? 20.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, Kiva, Twitch, you kind of like point. You kind of like point in the direction of north, generally, and then Kiva like grabs your arm, kind of deal, and like just moves it just a little bit to the left, and like this is north.
Yep, I like that.
But yeah, you guys do find which way to head based on the way Jimmy told you, and so if you do all want to continue on, you tell me.
I mean, I don't think we have a choice not to at this point.
Yeah.
Well, we do, but a bunch of bad shit would happen.
It's
You can
true.
Tiny hut and walk
You
back.
think? I mean, you could tiny hut and long rest and travel in the morning.
Right.
We
Do
just
we want to
rested.
continue on for a little while, or no? We just rested 8.5 hours ago.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
uh,
How's the light situation?
I think we should find the cave and then camp out by the entrance.
Okay. The light situation.
we can certainly try to.
Yeah, the light situation is not terrible, but it's not great. It is kind of overcast a little bit, and you are in a very dense forest. So as the sunlight dissipates from the sky, it's gonna drastically dissipate in the forest.
Okay.
What?
And
Well,
with
if we've been under time magic for a little while, we probably don't have an accurate idea how much longer we've got light for.
right, yeah, you probably don't have a great idea of the amount of time. I mean, you could travel until you get tired and just camp, see if you can make it out of the woods.
We could just go for 2 more hours.
So we want to press on for at least a couple more hours then?
That sounds good to me. And I'm back to normal now, where I should be.
Okay, cool. All right.
And I'm finally done eating, so I should be talking more.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. So,
Oh no! I mean, what?
yeah.
Screw you.
Yikes.
I love you. I'm just kidding.
All right. So you all decide to make your way north more for the next 2 hours. So I need everyone to go ahead and roll me 2 different survival checks. One for each hour you guys are traveling. Squirt does not succeed. So
that 26 doesn't count?
the 26 counts for the first hour. So Twitch
Okay,
and
six.
Kiva,
Aw.
you only need to make 1.
Okay,
Okay, well,
first
either
one
way.
was a
I got
16.
18
Okay.
and
That other one.
1.
Yeah, I got a 1 too.
Nice.
Well, I got a 2, but it was a nat 1. So.
All right. So
I can see in the dark.
oh yikes! So, did anyone roll? Did anyone roll higher than a 15 on their second one? Oh, Kiva, you just barely saved the party.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I was just thinking.
Okay.
That last hour was gonna suck.
That last hour is pretty rough. It's gonna be pretty rough regardless. So yeah, you guys, all working together through the woods. It's kind of really trepidatious. It's really, really terrible to travel through without a guide. Knowing what not to touch and what to touch, like example. So example, like you guys are walking through the woods and like Dre's happens upon a vine, just like inadvertently steps on this vine that's on the ground, and the vine like wraps around his leg and starts dragging him somewhere. You guys have to like fend it off sort of deal. It's that kind of stuff that you like. It's things that she would have pointed out, like don't do this, don't touch this as you're like walking. She's not there to do that, and so you guys are getting into a little bit of trouble. But luckily, you guys rolled high enough, barely. So the first hour actually goes fairly smoothly compared to what happens in the second hour. In the first hour, Dre's is the only one who has any sort of real issue, just not paying attention to what he's doing, watching Kelton. The second hour is much rougher. As you get towards the edge of the woods, things become much more dense.
You
And
totally got a handle on this.
yeah.
Like everything goes wrong.
yeah, basically, it's pretty close. Things get much more dense, and the forest just seems to kind of close in on you guys.
What?
Everyone starts. What?
Getting cut out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It sounded like you sped up.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
It sounded
So-
like your words like infracted in on each other.
Nice. So I will repeat then. So
Word.
as you make your way during the second hour, the forest kind of feels like it comes in on you. It becomes much more dense, and as you like make your way through this woods, a lot of you get lost. Basically, everyone just like starts walking. Whoever was leading the party, it doesn't. I mean, it might not matter too much who is leading the party.
Probably Squirt if she felt so confident.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm gonna say Kiva should be towards the back so she can see when people start wandering off and catch them.
Yeah, cause
Yeah,
that's basically what happens. So you guys, Squirt's kind of leading, and she's really short, and with how dense this forest is, Squirt just walks through this small bush and just kind of like disappears, and the next person in line's like, wait, where the hell did Squirt go? And starts walking off in another direction to like look for Squirt, followed by another person, and eventually you guys, you hear Kiva. Kiva, would you yell something out as people are like walking away?
Yes, you would.
What do you yell out as your group is like scattering in front of you?
Hey guys, we're kind of splitting off in different directions. I think we need to refocus here.
Wait, we were?
Yeah, you
Hey,
guys.
everybody, come back to me. Follow my voice.
Yeah, the first person you see is Squirt, who's just almost comes out of nowhere from under a bush, just like, "Hi." And eventually, it takes another 5 to 10 minutes, and everyone, yeah, you guys had like started walking without realizing that the other person wasn't following behind you. And so as you guys were doing that, you realized as soon as you heard Kiva's voice, as you turn around, there's no one around you. You guys had all started getting lost. That's how dense this forest is. You lose sight of each other within 5 feet. It's
Maybe we should, like,
incredibly dense.
Link up.
Yeah. It's like, remember when you traveled through the Neverwinter Woods and you guys linked up? This is denser. But anyway, so that's basically how the second hour goes. It's a lot of that kind of stuff, where you guys start really getting lost, moving through the woods, having a really tough time finding your way north. You can't really see the sky much anymore. Kiva, you just managed to have this sixth sense about the direction you need to be going, and just managed to maintain the party going north. And after about the second hour, you realize that it's started to get really dark. You've started really not being able to see each other, not only 5 feet away, but there's almost no light by the time it reaches 7, 8 o'clock. It's very, very dim light. Those of you without dark vision, you're almost blinded. It's very dark.
Should we tie each other together with rope? I have rope. I have
I
two
would
things of
recommend
rope.
that.
I say we call it if we can get us enough space and we can tiny hut it up and not worry about it for the night. Start again during the day.
Yep, Twitch nod.
Okay. It sounds like the party is ready to end here for the night. I will say that it's going to be tough to get everyone into a tiny hut with how much underbrush is there without clearing some of the underbrush. It's very, very dense.
Okay. If I were to blight, would that clear out any space?
Is it a good idea to clear out space?
I mean, it would.
Yeah,
That might not be smart. We might piss something off.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Twitch
what
or
I'm
Squirt, have
thinking.
any feelings on that?
Twitch, would that piss? You're from here. Would that piss anyone off?
Do I need to roll to see if that would? Does Twitch have any idea?
You're fairly certain that would piss something off. Everything is kind of like in a symbiotic relationship with everything else, so if you disturb one thing, you're disturbing everything.
So maybe we should get out of here and not do that.
We're just gonna get more lost.
Yeah, we are gonna get more lost. Is there any way? Does Tiny Hut work where you can like cast it on top of stuff? Like,
Yeah.
could you cast it on top of a bush, or is it just gonna crush the bush?
It would just encompass the bush too. Like you'd be sleeping in the bushes with everything else.
Oh, that's cool.
So whatever's in the tiny hut when you cast it will still be there in the tiny hut after you cast it.
I say go for it. We'll just move the bushes that we need to move. You know, once the hut's up.
Okay. I'll start ritual casting then.
Yeah. Okay. So this takes about 10 minutes. What is everyone else doing? I see Kiva, you've conjured a flame in your hand to produce some light so that people can see. What is doing that? Oh, Jin, you can actually roll in DnDBeyond and it shows in here now. And vice versa.
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually roll
Weird,
in
because
DnDBeyond.
I rolled in DnDBeyond and it didn't show up.
Yeah,
That's weird.
what.
Do I need to update characters? Like, how do
You need to.
how do I do that?
Oh, what is the command?
Yeah, you had us do something.
It's.
You probably have to link your DnDBeyond account with your Discord account.
Oh yeah, that's what you got to do.
How do I do that?
if you go into DnDBeyond and go to your profile, there should be linked accounts in your profile.
I think it's called a
Okay.
share.
If anyone has a white paper on that, that would be helpful for Jen.
Okay, cool. I think I see it.
Okay.
I've just never done this before, so.
all the new technology stuff.
I'm
all
old
good.
school. I just like my physical dice and just clicking a button.
Yes. Right?
Let me try this again.
Okay. Testing.
No, this is a test roll, everyone.
You may need to do DDB exclamation DDB and the campaign. Let's see if I can do this.
Just type it out without the exclamation, and then I'll just add the exclamation. Okay,
I think that's it.
let's see.
Does anyone remember what they had to do to get their rolls working?
Mine were just
I
working
did
when I
not, sorry.
got there. Like, it doesn't matter that much.
Okay. I wanted to redo that just in case. I think that's all. I think it was something I had to do. There we go. Sweet.
Now I'm gonna test a roll on Jen and see if it works.
Yes.
In order to do your character, doesn't it need to be exclamation beyond?
It's not linking your character. It's linking your
I'll
person.
make a deck save.
Yeah, you got to link your actual D&DBeyond account.
Yeah.
is what it is.
Hey.
cool.
All right.
See,
Cool.
there you go.
Excellent. Now we can see how well Jen rolls. All right. So you guys decide you're gonna tiny hut and rest for the evening. You do manage to get some light rays. You get a good idea of where to cast. There's a small patch where there isn't a whole bunch of bushes. There's just a few bushes where you think everyone can fit without destroying everything. And you begin ritual casting. As far as everyone else, you guys have about 10 minutes while Dre's is doing that. What is everyone else doing? Squirt's probably just going to sit and chill.
I'm gonna kind of fiddle with my staff and swing it around a bit.
Roll
You've
me.
probably been doing most of the day.
I'm gonna do this a little weird. Alin, roll me a perception check.
What?
Roll me a perception check since you're swinging your staff around.
I have dark vision.
I know. That's why it's not with disadvantage.
You can't outguess the DM.
Yeah. So
Weird.
Alin, as you're swinging your staff around, even with your dark vision, you're paying attention to the staff as you're swinging it around, kind of looking at what it looks like as it kind of like glows while you move it through the air. And as you're doing that,
It's got like when you swing it, there's like an echo.
yeah, we'll say it has like a whistle to it. You're paying attention to
No, no, you said like it glowed. Is there like
Yeah.
a trail or something?
Yeah, something like that. You're basically you're paying attention to your staff and not necessarily your surroundings, and just kind of like whipping it around and like checking it out, seeing what it does, and then all of a sudden you feel this kunk as your staff whacks directly into a tree, breaking off a small twig off that tree.
I put the twig back.
How?
I'm just imagining Elen gently setting it on another branch and just whispering, "I'm so sorry."
No, wax.
You're going to describe to me how you're putting this on the tree back with wax, please. I need a visual.
You like pour it. I like make it warm, and then I stick it onto the broken end and try to like feel where the cracks are, and put it back.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you do that as that's happening,
Sorry.
yeah, you do that, and you hear a small voice from your right side, just almost a whisper, just that's not gonna work.
I turn there.
There is a very small dryad standing very close to you, Alin.
I think mending might work. Kiva. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to break this.
Well, it's broken now. Maybe someone here can fix it?
Hey, can anyone
Otherwise,
cast mending?
I can give it a try.
he kind of continues on as you're doing that. Just like he trails off, just like otherwise. Dot 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 dot. So you cast mending on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I clean the wax off of it first.
Yeah. Yeah. If you cast, yeah, you cast mending on it, and you can see the broken, bristled end of it kind of conglomerating back with the other side of the small broken branch, and it just kind of like has this light greenish glow that surrounds it as the tree grows back into itself and becomes solid. And as you turn around to look at the dryad, I'm assuming you would.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's no longer there. He's blended
Okay,
back into the
no.
trees.
Bye.
Cool.
Sorry again.
Yeah, best case scenario.
Let's be careful swinging staves around for a little while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Dreys, how's that hut coming?
And I'm assuming I'm just done and popped.
Yeah, let's go with yes. It sounds perfect. Yeah, as all of that finishes, you turn around and all of a sudden the tiny hut just covers all of you in a
Is the tree I broke inside the tiny hut?
parts of the tree are. Yeah, I'm just gonna say for this because there is so much underbrush and trees and foliage. You guys are sleeping in the woods, and part of the woods is in the tiny hut.
Cool.
It's just it's a bubble and it surrounds into the trees. So yeah. So yeah, it's currently what did we say? 10:30 now in the evening. It is very very dark out.
10:30. I thought it was only 7:30.
You spent 2 hours moving north.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said it was like 5:30.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. Missing my times here. Yes, it is 8:30. Not yeah, it's 8, not 10:30. It is 8 p.m. It is dark. Either way, it is dark. And the tiny hut is up and around. Twitch, how would you spend time seeing if there are protections you can put up?
So, looking in the area and seeing if she recognized like certain types of fae being present in the area that we would need to put like wards up or protection or offerings or whatever.
You can roll me a really high nature check, and we'll see.
I mean, I don't know if I'll roll it high, but
I really love that it shows up here. Yeah, you kind of like look around to see if there's anything that you can recognize as far as fey creatures, maybe protections that you could put up against those fey creatures. And as you're looking around, things just feel more and more foreign. You're not from this neck of the woods, so to speak, and these neck of the woods are very different from what you're used to. You don't really know a lot of the foliage and fauna and flora that's throughout this whole forest, and the creatures here, although you know some of them, you don't know this area well enough for that.
okay. Well, do I have any inkling of like, what would I have done back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell me. You tell me what you would have done.
Cool. So,
All right, I gotta get going, guys.
All right.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll catch you later. Sorry, it couldn't be longer.
Yeah, it's
but
all
I
right.
gotta get going.
Things happen.
We'll get back to normal soon.
Yep. Hopefully.
Right.
What is
Please.
normal?
Normal is. I was about to say something very cliche, but nah.
So, Twitch,
Alright.
you got any ideas?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask that everyone provide their talismans, and we're hanging them on the outside of the tiny hut.
Okay.
Okay.
Kiva kind of gives hers up to you and just asks you to hang it out there for her.
Okay.
And Squirt actually does the same thing because she's too short. Does everyone else hang their thing out?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, that happens. The tiny hut goes up, and you guys are all in your bubble with the safety of the tiny hut and the quote-unquote protection of the talismans around you, and
Don't
It-
laugh at me.
and you all can rest to your thing. It's 8 o'clock, and what is everyone doing?
Dre's wants to read.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Okay. Jen and
But
Twitch.
before I do, I'm gonna
Nope.
Twitch.
Okay.
Jen is just kind of gonna sit there and stare outside the dome for any signs of things that happen, like the dryads trying to like pick out any of them moving around, because it was slightly unsettling that one just appeared behind a lens so quickly with no one noticing. So now Jen's kind of just like on alert mode, I guess.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. All right, Alin, you said you wanted to talk to Twitch.
Yeah. You and Jimmy were talking about something right before I went to bed. What's up with that?
Last night
Yeah.
there was a great many things discussed last night. What was the last thing you heard?
I don't really remember.
Probably the last thing you heard was yeah, probably the last thing you heard was Kiva asking Twitch to talk, honestly. You probably wouldn't have actually heard anything about what they were saying, just more of that they were gonna talk.
Kiva was there.
Yes, she was.
I just imagine the two of you like awkwardly staring at each other.
Yes, that's absolutely what's happening.
That feels right for Alin.
Twitch will break first and say, the things that were discussed last night were private.
Okay, I won't poke any further if it's private and you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you might hear about it eventually. If it's important.
Quote unquote if.
It's so hard to hear right now.
I know, right? Yeah. Twitch, I'm gonna need you to yell all night, please.
Oh! Alright! I can't be
There we go.
Yeah, now we can hear you just fine.
But how loud is it?
Not at all.
Still kind of quiet,
Yeah,
but I can
you're fine.
understand.
You can talk that loud all night. Or just switch to your phone. Either way. Okay, so yeah, you all managed to get some time. Alin, would you end up reading a couple hours?
Yeah, I would read.
Okay. So I'll say Alin and Dre's, you guys would probably stay up till 11-ish, so you'll get 3 hours each to read in your book. What?
we talked in the town about disguising Kelton. Is that something that we're still interested in doing? Or not so much anymore because we're away from everyone?
I think I don't know. Dre's, I think that's to you.
What did she say? Like I caught part of it, but the town, blah blah blah.
Yeah, she wanted to know if you guys were still interested in disguising Kelton.
Oh, I mean, before we go, well, you know what? Probably since we're being watched, it'd probably be best to find a way to keep him low profile.
Alright, so she's gonna spend the evening disguising Kelton. And if she can get Squirt's help, she'll take Squirt's help.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
A bit.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you, but I think everyone else is super quiet.
You can probably hear me down the hall. I'm yelling so loud.
Right. I think you're just gonna have to switch to your phone, unfortunately. Okay. So Twitch will be back in a second. Twitch is going to step away for a minute and get Kelton all dolled up. So that's what Twitch is doing right now. Elena Dre's, you do manage to get your time in reading 3 hours apiece, and you all kind of settle in for the night. Jen, I'm going to ask, how unsettled are you in this place? Do you think you would actually get a full night's sleep, or do you think you'd probably stay up and like keep an eye out for things, even though you're in the tiny hut?
I think Jen would mostly get a full night's sleep, but it wouldn't be like the most stressful night.
Okay, that's fair. Just based on what you said, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kind of like on high alert, like sleeping with your eyes open, sort of deal.
This whole experience has been super weird. Jen doesn't know what to make of it, and as soon as they're back on the material plane, Jen will be happy.
Well, we'll see. All right.
Or happier.
Happier, yes, that's always a good way to say it. All right, so yeah, you all do manage to get a full night's sleep. Everyone does finally settle in and get relaxed, and everyone does finally start to fall asleep. Twitch, if you were back, I'm going to ask, what would you do for the 4 hours that you're probably going to stay awake for?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. That's so much
Can y'all
better.
hear me
That
better?
is so much better.
Mm-hmm. A lot better.
Well, it's just streaming sucks over here.
Yeah. We'll figure it out here one of these days. But yeah, so what would you do the 4 hours that you're staying awake for?
So if I'm disguising Kelton, I would ask Squirt for help if she's not doing anything else.
Yeah, she'd probably help you.
Okay, we talked about making him look like a turtle, so doing that.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you are working to make Kelton look like, I'm going to say, you said turtle, but I really want to say tortle.
Sure, turtle.
Yes, we're making him look
Are we
like a
playing
turtle.
Pokemon now?
Right. No, it's a race. It's a D&D race.
It is. It's a D&D race.
Oh, I thought that was a Pokemon.
No, it's
I thought you said Torkoal.
No, Tortle.
No.
Like
okay.
a legit D&D race.
Okay.
Anyway.
The
so
turtle people?
Yeah, the turtle people. So he's still a turtle. He's just a turtle. So yeah, you guys.
How do you
Kelton.
spell it?
Oh.
Kelton.
He looks like a
Yeah.
heavily cloaked.
Oh, Tortle, Tortle, I believe.
Yeah, that's how I did it. Must not have a
That's
token.
correct.
Oh, did it not even offer one? That's weird.
It didn't even say, like, you're wrong. I'm just gonna copy a pic real quick.
I don't know why it didn't work for you. There you go. That's what they're working to get Kelton to look like. That image right there. Just
Oh, it didn't work because I put it in our personal chat.
It worked.
Lord.
Nice. That makes more sense. Okay, so that's what they're working to make Kelton look like. With even with his armor and there you go. There's another one. That's probably more in line with what Kelton's gonna end up
Shield
looking like.
option.
Yeah. So yeah, you you're definitely going to spend several hours doing that. Squirt goes to bed after the first 2 hours because she needs sleep and you don't. And so you do manage to get Kelton looking like, I'm going to say like the image below, but with what does he have? A great axe? What's his weapon? I think it's a great axe.
Great axe and a bow, yeah.
Yeah, so imagine with a great axe and a bow instead of the shield and spear. And Twitch, you do finally manage to go into your meditation, and you all get a restful night's sleep. And as you all are waking up in the morning, you kind of hear rustling in the bushes inside the tent, inside the tiny hut, as you all kind of awaken to rustling bushes in the morning. And as you open your eyes and look around, Twitch, you find standing on top of you a small, tenderly, very, very small, tiny, tenderly black creature that looks like... Oh, wow, that's super small. That looks like that. Wow, that's tiny. Thank you for that.
Imagine looking at that on your phone. Even tinier.
Yeah. Hang on. You find a small creature that looks like. I'm gonna get it in a second. That. There we go.
Oh my god, I want one. It's the things from Princess Mononoke.
There you go. And so Twitch, you find standing on top of one of your legs, looking up at your face, just kind of like tilting its head to the side, or what you think is its head to the side, just staring at you, like back and forth, tilting its head, not saying anything, just staring at you, standing on top of you. Everyone else, the brush was rustling, and you are all fairly alert and awake because brush is rustling inside the tiny hut.
I don't like this.
Dre's just looks up, looks around. He's not freaking out just yet because I mean he's done worse.
Dre's, as you look around, there's a turtle in the tiny hut with you all, carrying Kelton's carrying Kelton's battle axe and bow.
What did y'all do?
Squirt just giggles.
You wanted him to blend in, so here he is, master of disguise.
Squirt's
He's
just over
totally
in the corner.
enough for the Turtle Club.
Yeah, Squirt's just over in the corner, just like, you have a turtle.
He's cute.
Am
I dreaming?
You might be.
I feel like I might be dreaming.
As you all look around, eventually you all do recognize that there is a little black entity standing on top of Twitch's leg. Twitch, do you say or do anything?
Slowly raise my hand and like wave at it. Does it feel like much?
It cocks its head the other way, like almost horizontal, just like looking, or you think looking at you really weird. It has really no face, and it lifts its hand and like mimics what you're doing, and you see on this white faced blank white face an image of two small black dots, another one in the center, and then a long curved U line as a smiley face sort of deal on its face, smiling at you.
So it does different emojis, is what you're telling me?
Basically, yes.
This is gonna be amazing. Does Twitch have any idea what this is?
You roll me a survival or nature check, and maybe or intelligence, whatever you want. Roll whatever you want.
Survival, nature, it's all the same.
You guys can all roll that, by the way, as well.
Okay, where are we rolling?
Survival or nature or intelligence check.
It's a
Twitch
dark
needs her
twig word.
coffee before she can identify things.
I have to roll for Kiva and Squirt.
12.
Okay.
Dang, one of them
I'll have to do
recognizes.
survival.
Oh yeah, both of them recognize. Let's see.
Uh,
Jen.
What was,
Nope.
Nope.
what was the options?
Survival or nature.
Oh, okay.
Or intelligence, didn't you say?
Actually, I'm gonna take those rolls.
Nature.
I want to see what their
Yeah, 10.
stats are.
He rolled higher than me.
Dang. Yeah. So, Twitch, you don't necessarily know what these are. You've heard of them, but you've never seen one, and so looking at it, you're kind of like, "This looks weird." However, Squirt and somehow Kiva, Squirt, you hear Squirt just like squeal. It's just like, ah, it's a chewinga! And she like moves over to it. And as she moves over to it, it moves off of your leg and like hides behind your leg from Squirt. And Kiva also knows what this is, but she's being much more quiet about it.
I'm gonna ask Squirt. A what?
A chewinga.
What is that? Like, what is this creature? You're scaring him. Calm down.
It's a creature. They're usually pretty unseen. They're very rare, and they don't often take to humans, but to other creatures. But sometimes they do. But it looks like it's fascinated by you.
I guess we'll see if it sticks around. Maybe we've encompassed one of its bushes or living homes.
So no, they're not. So no, they cannot talk, and they generally are not dangerous. And I say, generally as a very general term. So
Maybe not dangerous to those who they find fascinating.
True.
Don't cross Twitch anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, it like peeks its head out from behind your leg, just kind of like looking around at everyone, just really, really timid, just like grabbing your pant leg and like holding its head just above your thing, looking around. And you can see there's two like little beady eyes on the white flat face, and just as it's looking around, all of its little hair tendrils are like going all over the place as if they're their own sort of entity. It looks really, really weird looking.
I
Which
try
is gonna find all of this
crouch down
endearing.
and say hello in Sylvan.
If you get closer, it hides behind the leg again, and just.
I'm not gonna get closer. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Yeah, it does not respond. It doesn't even look like it understands you.
Hello. A person.
So yeah, that the thing is here. And it looks like it's taken a liking to Twitch. As apparently most fake creatures now do. I don't know what's going on with that.
It's a weird attraction.
It's a very weird attraction.
Animal magnetism.
Good lord.
We find out that this is because of the ring too.
Right. It all comes back down to the ring.
Twitch's only positive traits are because of the ring.
I love it. And by this time, as you guys are kind of like getting fascinated by this, all of a sudden, you're not paying attention and you don't realize it, and the tiny hut just drops around everyone. And you're all standing in the woods now, out of the tiny hut.
In our pajamas.
In your pajamas.
I don't.
Speak for
Hopefully,
yourself. I never
in our
changed.
pajamas.
Yeah. Jen sleeps in his studded armor, y'all.
No, I just sleep in the underclothes because wearing the armor doesn't let you sleep well.
Right.
Can
So,
you sleep? I don't wear armor. I can probably just sleep in my robe.
right. So yeah, the tiny hut drops.
Dre's
and
is
you
all but naked.
Right. And then
Oh,
Dre's has like got this tiny little loincloth on.
Yes.
Yikes.
Didn't need to see that.
You've been seeing it for weeks. You're fine.
Did not need that mental image.
if Jen saw that, Jen would throw a blanket over him every single time.
And I wrap what hair I have up with it.
There
Making
you go.
notes that we're making jokes about
Yes.
Trace's tiny loincloth.
Oh my god. Okay. Moving right along. That took a twist I was not expecting. Yeah, you all are standing in the forest. It is daytime. You can see the sun kind of streaming through the clouds a little bit, and you make your way, get yourself ready, so to speak. And as you do such, Twitch, you do kind of keep tabs on this little creature that you now know as a Chewinga, and it does seem to be watching you. As you turn around and look at it several times, you catch it like mimicking your movements as like you're getting ready to get up, as like if you're putting something in a bag, it's like miming what you're doing, just like mimicking what you're doing. It's really, really fascinating to watch.
Okay. It takes Twitch twice as long to get ready as it normally would.
Excellent. Yeah,
I'm gonna ask it, even though it's not responding to us, I'm still gonna ask it if it will be coming with us.
How do you ask that? And what language do you speak to it?
So, in my vast array of languages to choose from, I'm gonna stick with common. And I'm gonna kind of like just very crudely sign language mime to it as well about, like, I'll point in my backpack and ask if it wants to join us for the adventure.
Okay.
Or
It
is it just being...
It doesn't look like it recognizes the words that you're speaking in common, but when you point in your bag, it kind of makes the same gesture, like it holds its hand out and then like points to its hand, and then it starts trying to crawl up your leg to get to the bag, or moving to you.
So it doesn't have wings or anything? It's
No.
like it has to walk everywhere?
Yes.
Okay. We can't all be perfect. I mean, if it wants to chill in my bag, I'll let it.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll do that.
Okay, I'll have questions later on about how this is going to go, but yeah.
Me
This
too.
is good.
Okay.
that DM feel of just having something happen randomly because it's cool.
Right? No, this is actually her anniversary gift. This was the 1 year deal. I was gonna wait until she realized that this was a little sidekick sort of deal, but it's gonna follow along for a good while. All right, so
Hopefully, it doesn't die in Inavaran.
yeah,
It was just short-lived.
very short-lived. All right, so you guys do get yourselves ready to go, and I need everyone to make me a survival check.
Woo! More survival.
More survival. Aren't you glad you're traveling through the woods?
So glad.
That one
Ooh, I got
actually
a
wasn't
16.
that bad.
Nice.
I was on 19, and then it rolled to,
Yeah.
which is an 8.
Love it when that
What do we
happens,
have to
huh?
roll?
Survival.
Okay.
34.
Yeah,
That's
34.
Someone definitely survived.
Yeah. All right. So, just waiting on Alin here.
I just rolled, didn't I?
Perfect. Yeah, I was just waiting for it to come through. Yeah, everyone except for Dre's seems to know which way to head this morning. It's like you guys kind of finally all got your bearings, and as the sun rises, you can see which way it's coming from, knowing letting you know which way is north. Dre's, you see the sun and you're like, the sun, ugh. And just kind of like not paying attention.
So me
to
in
where you're
real
going.
life.
Right.
Like, oh, fuck the sun.
Everyone else, you're like, oh, okay, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Okay, so you do know which way you're headed. You guys are able to head north. It is still a very tenuous journey through the woods. You do manage to kind of make your way out, and there is as you make your way out, you finally make your way after about another 2 hours of traveling through these woods. You make your way out of the woods, and as you make your way to the clearing, you can see that there is a massive gathering of incredibly colorful butterflies and other flying insects, all flying around this massive tree that looks like it's embedded into the mountains. And in the middle of the trunk, as you're looking down from the colorful bugs, the trunk opens up, and it looks like there is a cave entrance that leads from inside the tree itself.
Is this it?
I think so.
Wait, did we lose someone?
I don't think so.
No.
That was weird.
No,
Okay.
I'm still here.
Four of us are still here.
Okay, I heard the noise but didn't see it. Okay, so yeah, you're standing in front of what looks like a cave that is made entirely of a tree that is completely coated in colorful bugs and insects, butterflies and other flying creatures.
Do the bugs look normal?
Yeah, they're just like swarming around this tree. There's flowers, and it looks like the tree is in full bloom, and all of the bugs are just enjoying life.
Did we get a description of the place we were heading, what the entrance was supposed to look like
You did not.
at all?
Nope.
So this could be it, or this could be another trap. That just looks really nice. And then we go down, and we're screwed.
Is anyone else a little disconcerted at how colorful and welcoming this feels?
Yeah, that's why I
Knowing where we're
said
heading?
trap.
You guys are all paranoid.
Yes, we are.
Yes!
Alin, when you say that,
In the Feywild.
Alin, when you say that, do you walk into the cave?
No.
I like
Said
Alin,
Edgar first.
Yeah, I feel like Alin's just like looking at all of you. You guys are all pussies and just staring. It's like standing in the very back behind everyone.
Oh, absolutely. No, I said you guys are all paranoid. I didn't call them. I didn't say.
Yeah, yeah. Same effect. Either way.
And they are. It's a factually true statement.
Yes. And
For a reason!
I'm going to pause this stream real quick, or
Yeah, I'm sending.
Pause it.
I'm sending Ed in there.
okay, you're sending Edgar
Ed
into it.
goes in first. He is replaceable.
He is replaceable. Love it. All right.
If this is the entrance, I definitely think it's weird. It looks so bright considering it was taken over by the person I'm not supposed to say the name of. Yes, thank you.
You can say the witch.
The witch
I
formerly
couldn't
known
remember
as.
the title.
Ooh, what
The
is
witch
she formerly known as?
Right.
What's her name before
No one knows.
the evil name?
No one knows.
It's
The ultimate power
It's-
over her.
the witch queen.
Yeah. Before she was Baba Yaga, she was formerly known as.
Something.
What's the name of the queen of the Unseelie court? There we go. Go throw way back. Okay, so Edgar goes in, and I'm still trying to cover some stuff. So give me 1 second here, and I will do that. Ba-bum. This is actually my issue with the Owlbear Rodeo. Because you guys see my stream, I can't cover the map and stream the map. So you guys would have to be logged into Owlbear Rodeo just to see the map with the Fog of War on. That's my issue. So if you guys wanted to end up doing that, I could pre-do all of these maps and have it ready. But I think this is, either way, it should be fine. We'll leave it up to you guys.
I mean, either way works for me. I can always open it up with another in a browser.
Right.
Oh, if that's an option,
Yeah, I'll
you
be
send that link.
right back. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick.
Okay. All right. I am almost done covering everything up. There's a lot of real estate to cover because I spend a lot of time on maps. I had 2 weeks to
Dude,
do.
these maps look so cool, though, guys. I cannot wait.
I seriously cannot wait. I've been.
He didn't show me all the goodies. He just showed me the actual map. I'm so excited.
All right. So Edgar goes in, and as Edgar passes through the tree hole, because he has dark vision, it's not quite so dark. But even Edgar, as he makes his way into the cave, can only see about 30 feet in. It is very dark. The sunlight disappears almost immediately as you pass through. And as you do pass through, there is almost an immediate fork in the path, north or south, depending on which way you want to go. But it doesn't look dangerous. None of the bugs seem to react whatsoever. They're still just enjoying life, what have you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything dangerous down there. I'd send him down the right path first. So I have him do a loop, because I see there's kind of like a pillar in the middle. And I have him do a quick loop and then come back to me, and I'd be like, yeah, it seems okay. But there's a fork in the path.
Okay. I kind of imagine he like comes in like, okay, loop, yeah, loop, okay, and back out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that happens. Edgar comes back out. Everything seems normal. And yeah, you're standing in front of the cave still.
I'm gonna ask my new friend if he would go in.
In what language?
So all of this is gonna be common, but it's gonna be a lot of like pointing and shrugging and like gesticulations.
Okay.
You're like, would you go in there?
He kind of tilts his head. Like every time you talk to him, he's like, it looks like it's looking at you, trying to figure out what you're saying. Yeah, like a dog cocking its head.
Like a dog cocking its head.
Yeah, basically. And as you're pointing into the cave, it just kind of like it follows your movement. So it points at you, and then it points at the cave again. Points at you, and then points at the cave.
Excellent. That is such clear, decisive. Perfect.
Is anything weird about the butterflies?
No.
At all?
You could roll me a nature or survival check, but more than likely, it's just going to look normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary with this, other than the fact that it just seems abnormal, because this is, Fae stuff.
Yeah, Jin just doesn't trust it. These are enemy butterflies.
Squirt's really looking around, just absolutely flabbergasted by all of the colorful bugs and flying things. You can see Squirt starts to walk forward and tries to jump up to grab one of the butterflies, and she seems to be really enjoying her time right here, right now. Yeah, this looks normal to you.
Okay.
nothing to see here.
Jen is still like, seems normal, still don't trust it.
Yeah.
This is weird.
I'll send, Strange, don't you have a ferret? You can send him down the left side, and I'll send Ed down the right side.
Kiva kind of looks at the group, looks at all of you guys, just like, well, should we go in? It doesn't seem like anything's happening.
Yeah,
I'm down for going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that we should go in. It seems okay.
After Edgar already went in, Twitch is more willing to.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like there's an immediate trap.
Okay. So who's leading the party, and what order are you guys going in?
Honestly, I'd feel good enough to lead the party and have Edgar fly down the right tunnel.
Jen wants to be in the back this time.
Okay. So Jin's in the
Dre's
back.
would be in the middle.
In the middle.
Dre's would be, yeah, with Kelton right behind me.
Okay. So we'll say it's Twitch. Where would you be?
I don't mind being. I'm guessing Kiva's gonna be like second in line, so I would be behind Kiva.
Okay. So we'll say Alin, Kiva, Twitch, Squirt, Dre's, Jen. Okay. Whew. All right, so you guys begin to walk in, and as you walk in, those of you without dark vision, it becomes immediately apparent that you are going to need some help seeing in this cave. It is incredibly dark, and go ahead.
Can somebody please light a torch?
Kiva produces flame in her hand, and just continues on the path. And
it was very dumb of me to pretend to be a half elf. I really should have pretended to be a human.
yeah, you probably should have. I mean, you could always change yourself. That's kind of the beauty of things.
Yeah.
So as you make your way into the cave, there's a few things that you note as you make your way in. One, the walls of the cave seem to be naturally hewn out of the rock itself. There is, let me get my. Okay, so. As you enter the cave, the light begins to fade into the cave, and it's almost completely black inside. The rough stone-hewn walls make it look almost like it's been naturally carved over time. You can smell the soft smell of mildew hitting your nose as you enter the cave, and you can kind of feel the moisture coming from within the cave. And just as Edgar saw, almost immediately as you all walk into this just about 5-foot wide cave, it's not really easily traversed. It'll basically be a single file for what you can see in this cave, and almost immediately as you enter, you can see a path which forks. I'm going to say north and south, just to make things easier. Which way would you go, Alin? Alin? I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
You're right.
Can you just say left and right? I already told you I wanted to send Ed to the right.
Yeah, but I don't know which way is your right. So north or south?
Well, we're facing the entrance. We're coming from the entrance of the cave, so south.
South. Okay, perfect. All right. So you make your way south.
No, I'd send Ed south.
Okay, so you send Edward south, and he flies through the cave, and he makes his way down through the cave here, and what looks like he can see before him what looks like a small stream of bluish glowing water. There's the faint sound of water as he makes his way up to it, and as he gets closer, it kind of grows in volume, and you can eventually see it. And it looks like it runs underneath the cave walls. There's,
Does it look like normal, safe water?
Yeah, it looks like just running water,
Can
like
he
a stream.
touch
it? He's gonna touch it. Asking? He touches it?
Yeah, he's gonna touch it.
Okay.
He touches it.
Before he touches it, I'm gonna point it out. Before he touches it, he does see something. There looks to be a small pile of gold on the opposite side. There's a small little cache of what looks like gold on the other side.
That smells like a trap.
And
100% a trap. Your stream is paused.
oh, seriously? Oh, I must have too much stuff open. Give me a second.
Why did we get the jingle?
'Cause things are fun. Okay, there we go. That'll help. And then the other stream is the other stream back up?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool.
You should, since I'm going down the tunnel, you should get rid of the.
I will do what I want, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Suggestion.
so he makes his way south, and he does in fact see a small little pile of gold on the opposite side, just basically way off the edge by the side of the cave wall. And there is the small stream. You guys make your way moments after. I'm going to ask, does he still touch the water first?
He sees gold. He will touch the water.
Okay. Are you commanding him to touch the water, or are you just assuming that he touches the water?
I'm not commanding, I'd be asking, because we are friends.
Okay, so in Alin's mind, he's friends. Yes, that works. Okay, so you ask Edgar to touch. Yeah, you ask Edgar to touch the water. We do hear you. Cool.
Sweet.
Edgar touches the water, and as Edgar touches the water, he's immediately sucked under the water, and he begins to and he begins to flow with the stream down through the cave wall.
Very fast.
It's pretty fast. Yeah.
Can he fly and get out?
As he tries to make his way out of the water, and I'm sorry, V, I'm going to reuse this because I love it so much. As he tries to make his way out of the water, it's almost like there's a barrier between him and the surface. It's like a plate of glass, and he can't seem to break through that glass to get himself out of the water. He's trapped under the water.
I'm gonna do the thing that you can do with familiars, where you can just summon them into a plane and then summon them back to you. You like de-summon them into another plane.
Yeah, I got you. You're gonna call them back to you.
Pocket dimension?
Yeah, pocket dimension.
Yeah, the pocket dimension thing.
Yeah, you could do that. And Edgar.
Okay.
And Edgar.
Don't touch the water.
And reforms in front of you. A little worse for wear and a little wet still, because I think that would be funny.
Yeah.
And he gives you this like really sickly grin, like, oh, thank you.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, and so moments later, you all make your way down there, and you all see the same thing.
You do not touch the water.
I would like for everyone to make me a Arcana or Perception check. So we'll say
I
you
am
guys are all
going perception.
What?
Arcana or Perception check.
My rolls. Like, I got a +6 in Arcana. But I roll a fucking 5.
The joys
That's
of...
not terrible.
I mean, it's not great.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
I could have had such a high roll.
It is
but
one
no.
above average, though.
Hey, what did Squirt get?
Hey, yeah, that's a good question. Squirt's
I got
gonna...
a 19.
Yes, I see that.
We can see.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Ooh, a couple dirty 20s.
Right?
Nice.
Okay, let me actually roll for Squirt, because heck yeah. Alright, so I said Perception. There we go.
What is it
A 4.
about Twitch and I that we keep rolling like the same thing so much?
Yeah.
D&D has bias against rogues.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're so OP they have to. Alright, so, Jin, Twitch, and Kiva, the three of you, looking around this room, do see something, that looks like it's in the pile of gold. It looks like actually a piece of armor that's in the pile of gold.
This smell like a trap to anyone else?
Oh no, it's totally a trap. The water is magic, and it's probably magic. It like instantly sucks you under, and you can't get out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's concerning.
What about, can we, like, roll to see if we detect a trap?
Well, so that's the other thing. Alin, you do actually detect something. Rolling an Arcana check, you actually recognize and manage to stop everyone before it happens, as you're making your way into this room, about right here, you see very faintly carved into the ground rune, a spell rune
boy.
into the ground, just right in the middle of the walkway. And as you get closer, you like hold your hand out and like, whoa, hang on, there's a rune here. You do recognize that this would actually do quite a bit of damage in a bit of a range.
You know, I'm starting to believe this was a place that might deal with the Witch Queen.
Yeah, maybe. And as you guys kind of get closer to the water and like looking around and stuff, you do recognize that the piece of armor that you thought you saw is actually a small necklace. It's very ornate, and it looks like it has. It's really hard to tell. It almost looks like it has a stein at the base of it.
A what?
A stein, like a beer stein sort of deal, like a cup, a big
It's a
cup.
cup.
On a necklace?
Yeah, a big mug. There you go. A big mug on the end of a necklace, the
It's
pin
like if
portion.
someone attached a mug to a necklace so they wouldn't lose.
I thought elves were supposed to be
Interesting.
from here, not dwarves.
I elbow her.
How far away is the pile of treasure?
It's actually not too far across. It's only about 10 feet across, and you all can see
Do
the
not
stream.
touch the water.
And you
I
all can
cannot
see,
emphasize enough.
nice. You all can see that the stream is, it is flowing fairly rapidly, about 15 miles an hour. So it's not like rushing, but it is moving at a pretty good clip.
Okay, so the whole
Okay.
reason why we're going into this cave is because Alin needs a key. So Twitch at this point is going to ask Alin, any idea what this key looks
Looks
like?
Do I have any idea what the key looks like?
There's,
I'm at 64 hours to clarify.
there's vague. Well, you had it all read to you. There was vague representations of the image, but it was not anything overly specific. The way it was described in the book was kind of like crashing waves.
Huh?
So probably not that.
Crashing waves?
Yeah, crashing
As a
waves, as in like
As a
waves
key?
on the beach.
Oh,
That's
weird.
that's how it's described in Alin's book, is that it's some sort of crashing waves sort of
Okay.
description. It was not clear. Like that's the best you got out of it.
Maybe if we get the cup necklace, we can scoop up water from the Death River.
Well, that'll take a while.
So to
Oh,
answer
this
your
is just a
question,
fake trick.
yeah. So to answer your question, Dre's, the river to the other side is about 10 feet across. It's not very long. It's just long enough to be inherently dangerous. That you all know now.
Well,
Do I
perfect.
think
'Cause I would...
Ed could fly over it without, I don't know, getting zapped by lasers or something?
I mean,
Hold on.
you
I
always
was going to
try,
go
yeah.
ahead and cast Mage Hand and pick up the necklace.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you can do that. You cast Mage Hand, and a blue glowing hand floats over the river, and like brushes away the gold, and you can see it's like just it is stacks of gold. Looks to be close to 200 gold sitting on the other side, and it brushes some off, and you can see as it picks up the necklace and brings it back to you all. It is in fact a necklace with a very large stein at the base of it, and everyone who's looking at it, go ahead and roll me a Arcana check.
Okay, and
Okay.
Jen is going to say, let's not touch it until we know it's not like the last necklace we picked up.
Jen, you
And
get
Jen
to...
looks directly at Dre's.
Jen, you get to roll with advantage.
Okay,
You
and
might
what am
actually
I
know what
rolling
this
again?
is.
Me, right?
Yeah.
What am I rolling again?
Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're doing
Dre's, what was
Arcana.
your question?
I was going to say, that necklace is still on me, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so with
don't I
advantage, I
remember
got
the
a
necklace?
16.
Okay, cool.
What?
The one that
necklace?
popped me over. The one that popped me over to The amulet we got from the
Oh, right. I
Wow.
forgot about that.
By the way,
Yeah.
Kiva.
I was
Also,
not optimistic about
yeah,
that.
by
but that's
by
a
the
good
way,
roll.
Kiva, tonight that is your second nat 20. I rolled one for you earlier.
Wow, okay.
Go ahead, Drace.
That's a good question. What all did I miss? I saw something about chewingas and a turtle.
So Twitch's
Wait, Tim's back?
Twitch's anniversary present was a Chewinga companion.
Oh,
So Twitch now has a Chewinga in her bag that's going along with the rest of the party. It's a variant. It's a homebrew Chewinga, so it's not necessarily the same as a Chewinga, but it's pretty close.
okay. Cool.
How is
all right.
Tim back?
Work
I'm
is
on my phone sitting in the parking lot at work.
not
Oh.
mandatory.
Well,
all right,
it's
so
mandatory, but
yeah.
I gave myself plenty of time to get here because I didn't know exactly what the roads and traffic were going to be like.
yeah, that makes sense. All right, so
now I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting for a while.
who was asking questions?
I was going to go ahead and after I drop the necklace down, I'm going to take the mage hand and start grabbing the gold as well, because I'm greedy.
Okay, that's
You
fair.
can't share that.
You can do that. How long does Mage Hand last?
It's a cantrip, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well then it doesn't matter. Yeah, if it goes out, you just recast it. Yeah, that's and Kelton is a turtle now. This guy's
Not a real
what?
one. He's just
He is
disguised
disguised
as a turtle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to know what all is in that disguise kit.
Right?
Honestly.
It's amazing.
A lot of
We didn't use
So-
didn't use my disguise kit at all. I want to be clear with that. None of my stuff got used out of the disguise kit. All those bushes and shit that were stuck in the tiny hut, that's what we used.
Oh, I wish you would have specified that. That would have changed a whole hell of a lot.
I'm not using my disguise kit for this. No.
Okay, well that
It's
was
expensive.
All right, well I need you to be more clear next time because that would have changed a hell of a lot.
I feel like that would have pissed off some
Yeah, that
of
would have pissed off
those,
a lot of
things.
stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna let
next
that
time.
slide. I'm gonna retroactively do things next time.
There's a very angry fairy waiting for us when we
Oh.
leave Vinavar.
There will be, yes. There will be now. Okay, so Dre's, you do manage to grab all 201 pieces of gold that is over there, and
handful by handful.
and Jin and Kiva and Dre's, Kiva and Dre's, the two of you recognize that this is some sort of magical item. Jin, you recognize this necklace from tales that you've heard on the sea. It is the amulet of the drunkard. Tales of this.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Yep.
actually. Let me see if I can. How do you pull up an item? Is it item description?
it might be in there. I don't know.
I'll just amulet of the drunk.
Can we do a token?
Yeah,
There
is
it
it?
is.
Oh, you got it. Cool.
Wait, what'd you type? Oh, cool.
Yeah, what did you
I
type?
Exclamation
definitely remember
item.
seeing this
Oh,
in a
okay.
book somewhere, but I don't remember which one.
Nice.
What
So
book is this from?
yeah, so
It doesn't look like a Stein though.
so essentially, Jen, you've heard tales of this. Based on what you're seeing in front of you, you're pretty sure that this is the amulet of the drunkard. Basically, when you drink alcohol, you gain hit points like it is a healing potion once a day.
Mhm.
Dang.
So, and Jen and not Jen, Kiva and Dre's, you all are very much aware that this is a magical item. You can feel it radiating magical energy. And Kiva, with your nat 20, you just have a sense about this item that it will in fact do exactly what I just forementioned.
Are you gonna relay that to everyone else?
Ooh, bless you.
If Jen doesn't beat me to it.
Yeah.
Jan will say, I know what that is and I want it.
Is that what I think
Jin's
it
gonna
is?
get plastic.
Yes. And Jin snatches it straight out of Grace's hand.
Jin's gonna get plastered.
Jin is gonna get plastered. Yeah. So to be clear, this does not make you not drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just you're still gonna have the effects of alcohol.
More drunk.
Right.
It's still just a paint, so it's not gonna like instantly just get you drunk. And you know, Jin's been drinking for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't have a water on the seas when you're out for months.
All right. So you guys are kind of standing by the water's edge.
When you're out for months, it's just harder to have.
So you guys are kind of standing all by the water's edge, getting your greed on, so to speak, and
Can we divide up this money?
Pull out
You
your
guys
abacus.
can have that if I
Pull out
have
your
this.
abacus.
Nice.
Abacus? Oh.
In-game item reference. Love it.
Calculator?
Right.
I swear,
okay.
one day I'm gonna get either Julia or Ellen an abacus. Like, if I find one in game, I'm buying it and handing it to Ellen.
Oh yeah, you've seen them before. They have them. They have them at Fendalen at Barthen's.
Dude, if they have them in the podunk town of Fendalen,
They're everywhere, man. They're necessary. People count gold.
How many money?
Here.
How much money is there? How many? Money?
201 gold pieces.
Perfect.
How many are there of us?
6.
6?
Right.
How long have we been?
I'm not good at keeping track of numbers.
Oh,
I forgot how many of
the
this there were.
3.5.
Edgar's an extra, Kelton's an extra, and I have a Chewinga
no,
that's
they
an
don't have
extra.
property.
Ellen's like,
All right,
no,
so I'll
they
take
don't get
34
gold.
since I grabbed it.
We all get 3.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay.
Does Kiva pick up anything off of that detect magic?
I missed that you cast that. I'm sorry.
In the middle of ravenously devouring a corn muffin.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so you cast detect magic, and you can you can actually see the magic radiating off of this amulet, and it looks normal. There doesn't seem to be any sort of adverse curse. There doesn't seem to be anything weird about this necklace that you see.
Is anything else in the room radiating magic? I'm assuming the water is.
The water is definitely radiating magic. It's a very weird, distorted magic, almost as if the weave itself has been distorted in that area. And on the floor, just where Lynn had pointed out, hang on, Lynn. On the floor, just where Lynn had pointed out, there is also a very large rune in the middle of the walkway that is radiating red fire magic.
Ooh, so it's evocation magic. All right.
Yes.
Hag magic do be weird like that.
Yep. So, yeah, you all are standing there. Water is rushing around you, and as you all are standing there, you can kind of catch a faint whiff of smoke coming from deeper in the cave. It's a very weird sensation to smell a campfire, like smoke camp. Smoke from a fire inside of a cave. It's a very weird experience.
Let's send Ed to check that out.
Okay.
Unhinging my mouth like a snake to eat this corn muffin.
Sorry.
Yes.
Did we all already add the gold? I don't think I heard what that final number was.
333.
33 pieces.
No,
I'm like, hold up,
300
300?
33.
Wait, no, there's only 200.
Out of 200 gold.
There's only 201 gold pieces.
Oh. I misheard that then.
Missing some zeros there.
Yeah, it'll be 33 gold. Yes. It's fine.
Maybe
it's all
you
good.
don't need the abacus. Maybe you really need the abacus.
Okay, so 33. Got it.
Yes. From here on out, Olen's the only one doing math. Okay. So
if Chewinga expresses interest, Kiva will definitely hand a gold piece to the Chewinga just to see how it reacts.
I mean, it's not really interested in the gold per se. It's more. It looks like it's more every time you see it, when you do see it, hanging out of Twitch's bag. It's more like looking at Twitch and like trying to figure out what Twitch is like. It's like mimicking her moves. It's like responding to things that she
Which
does,
has
just
another
making
child.
weird motions and stuff like that.
Which has surprise adopted another child.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. So Edgar flies further down into the cave, and it is as he does that. Let me get to the description. You come to a smaller section. It kind of funnels down a little bit, 4.5, 5-ish feet from the opening that you're currently in. There, you notice that he notices there's a small cave-in to the left, to the north side of the tunnel as he passes through, and around the bend, it looks to be a little bit of smoke coming from deeper around the bend. Does he keep going?
Sure. As long as there's nothing dangerous.
Well, that's why I ask if he keeps going, because he doesn't know it's dangerous until it's dangerous. Okay, so he continues around the path, and he can see another small...
You minimized it.
Oh, sorry. I'm having to read descriptions, and... Oh, it
Okay.
is being weird. Is it back up? It's showing some weird
No,
stuff.
it's-
There we go. Is that
There
better?
has something
Yes.
Okay.
kind of like under it. Weird.
Those
Yeah.
are either water or mushrooms.
As he makes his way around, let me get to my description again. You can see another 10-foot wide chasm, this time with glowing water, and you can see it's rushing from probably the same location as the other side of things. Edgar would have made it about halfway through the cave before you yanked him back. It does look like the water is rushing underneath the cave walls into this place right here, and Edgar can kind of see as the water changes from top to bottom that the color itself actually changes from like a bluish green teal to like a deeper and deeper green as it passes into the other
So
cave
is
wall.
it like under?
It's under the bridge.
Is there an actual Yeah, it's under the bridge, but is there like some kind of clear surface atop it?
No, that's just the water. That's just the glow of the water, and it's at the bottom of like a 5-foot drop.
I assume that that's another pile of something. Past
Another-
the bridge.
Campfire.
That would be the campfire. So if I can finish my description here. Yes. So as he sees the color changing, there is a sturdy-looking wooden bridge. Then not only can he catch the smell of who is clanging those pans, as he can see the smoke coming from the campfire now, making his way across. It's about 20 feet away. It doesn't look like there's anyone here, but the fire is still roaring, and he can see what looks like a very old, ruddy campsite. The tent itself has been ripped and torn. There's a small, spilled out water skin, a mess kit that seems to be sprawled and discarded and broken stuff inside. That's what he sees. So there's 2 caves on the north and south side as well. There's 2 small little cave holes.
Can you describe the camp in more detail?
I mean,
So we're not there yet, right?
right. This is just
I'm
Edgar.
there.
No, it's just
I can
Edgar.
see. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, it's really. I mean, it's just a ratty looking campsite. There's not a whole lot to it. It looks like
Does it
someone.
look like someone has been there recently?
Well, the fire is burning, so yes.
Can we see that? Like, does it
Wow.
look like something bad happened?
No, you don't see anything like that. Would Edgar move past the fire to like look at the campsite closer?
Yes.
Okay. As he moves past the campfire, you can see kind of an opening just past the campfire, just past the camp itself. There's a small opening in the back, and he can see what look like skulls behind the campfire.
Mmm. Gnarly.
Hey, Dre's found something for you.
How many?
Lots. Yeah. Lots. We'll just say it that way. So by this time, everyone who's in the cave, have you guys decided where you want to go yet, as Edgar is flying through?
Jen's leaving this decision to people who can see and people who have familiars.
Oh, by the way, Kiva, you were holding Produce Flame, just to
Yes.
produce some light. Still.
Cool.
You cast it as you entered. Go ahead.
Okay, how
Sounds
much
good.
light does that do? Because I might have a better light source.
I mean, you could
Well,
also
having
do your
multiple
thing.
light sources
Sorry,
is probably
can
a
you
good
guys?
idea.
I
Oh, actually, wait,
guys,
I just realized. Yes.
Guys, I lost audio for a little bit.
You could have typed it in the comments.
Yeah.
I know I was.
Okay, so they're just talking about
the
light.
last thing I heard was the skulls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jen was. They were just trying to decide what they wanted to do. Jen was going to leave it to people who could see, and then Dre said, I mentioned Kiva's light, and Dre said he could maybe produce another light. So you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
I am going to, with my hat of wizardry.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't used it ever. And I just realized I'm going to use light, the cantrip light, but I have to roll a die.
Yeah, you do.
That's how that works.
Should be easy, but
Because you don't normally have light.
no, it doesn't happen. Never mind. No light for us.
No light for us. Dre's is rolling fantastically tonight. All right, so
a DC 10. I had to beat a 10.
Yikes. All right.
Ow.
Yep.
Okay.
So you all are still standing in the cave. Olin's got his eyes kind of like rolled back in his head, so to speak.
If you mention casting magical light.
Oh, you're all roboty.
Yeah, you broke
I
up there,
imagine
Tim.
that, his eyes just go like one flat color.
I didn't pick up myself because you were talking.
When
Whoa.
No, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we were talking, because we didn't actually hear you speak. Can you say it one more time?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yes. There we
I
go.
was going to say, I was going to say, since Dre's mentioned magical light, there's a drift globe in her bag.
Oh, right!
So
I
she's-
forgot about the drift globe.
Same.
Yeah. So she's going to use the drift globe to cast light.
Okay.
In addition to using her produce flame, so we now have multiple sources of light.
Yes.
There's skulls
As you
down here, guys.
as you go to use your drift globe, Kiva, you get another sudden flash of a flashback of earlier in your life.
God.
There's a vision of a night hag in front of your face as you go to cast this.
Oh, you
Just-
would do
it's-
that to me.
It's a momentary flash, but it's still there, and I need you to know that it's there.
Okay, all right.
Kiva's encountered a night hag.
She
before?
doesn't even manage to get the light cast. It's like as soon as she touches it to pull it out of the bag, she just like immediately drops it
No,
and kind of
it's-
like recoils a bit from the bag.
It's as soon as you cast it. It's when you go to
Oh,
cast
it's
it.
when you
Yeah,
cast
it's
it.
when you
Okay.
cast it.
Gotcha. Well, everybody else would see her cast it and then like immediately drop it to float in the air in front of her, and she like freaks out a bit.
Are you okay?
Okay. Hey, did anybody else see that?
See what?
See the
Did
thing.
Anyone else see
Cast-
that?
See the thing cast light? Yeah,
I'm
it's,
not seeing.
I think that's what it's supposed to do.
Okay. Uh,
I imagine Kiva looks
I
pretty
think I just-
unsettled.
had a flashback or something. Yeah. Okay.
Twitch is giving Kiva a hug.
Aww. Love it. So yeah, with the drift globe and the other stuff, you guys can see really well right now. Bright light within 60 feet of you guys. It's very bright now. You can see that the cave walls are in fact naturally hewn. It doesn't look like there's any sort of carving whatsoever. More than likely this was a water tunnel at some point. You're not sure how. Water is kind of like trickled down and run through the ground, and now it's actually running under the cave in a different fashion. But it is definitely naturally hewn.
Okay.
Hey, Tim.
So, Lynn, does it look like it would be worth checking out that cave?
Well, there's skulls in here.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's extremely robot.
Yeah, Kiva, you're
Yeah.
kind of breaking up pretty bad. We did
Try-
kind of hear you.
Try hanging up and then
Hold
coming
on.
back on.
Gotta love technology, man. Gotta love it.
Do we? Is it a requirement?
I
Right
mean,
now,
it's
yes.
better than not being able to do it at all.
True. Okay, so Kiva asked Alin a question. Alin, would it be worth going to that other cave? And Alin said,
I
well, there are
answered.
skulls. Yes,
There's
and
skulls
Alin
down
said,
here.
well, there are skulls.
So that could be a good sign or a bad sign.
In what way would that be a good sign?
Dre's likes the sign.
Of course
It's a
you
sign
do.
for Dre's only.
Dre's only.
So, do you want to go check it out more closely?
There was a very recent person here who is now not here. So I'd say that merits investigation.
We could always
Yeah,
send the
'cause-
familiars again.
I think our only other choice is walking through the fire room that we see over here.
So you could go north,
We
up
could just
through.
go around
Yeah,
it.
you could go north up this way, or you can continue through the cave that way.
I mean, I think I can get rid of the fire room.
Couldn't you just throw something on the fire room and set it off like in Skyrim?
I mean, you could.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got a pretty good range on it.
What if we just back all
Yes
the
to me.
way to the edge of where we can see it, and then I throw a dagger?
You Kiva,
That can
you're
work.
aware that this would be a 10-foot range.
Oh wow, okay, that's not too
Not
bad.
that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's definitely wide enough to take
Okay.
up that whole walkway when it's set off.
Gotcha. I mean, that could probably work. I just don't know if a dagger will set it off or not.
We can try.
I mean, it's worth trying, sure.
If all
Kiva
else
immediately
fails,
proceeds to
we
back
could
up about 20
always
feet.
sacrifice one of the familiars and then bring
My
them back.
familiar is immune to fire damage.
Is it?
Yeah, he's an imp.
Oh, okay.
Have
They're
have we
immune to
tested
fire
that to
damage.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, let's test that.
Yeah, they're immune to fire damage.
Yeah, let's test that.
You're like, I only want the familiar that has immunity to fire damage.
Quick, turn him into a raven.
Remember, their stats
Yeah.
don't change. compared to the Raven. He's still immune to fire damage as a Raven.
Alright, so, what's the plan here?
I'm gonna have him
Yes.
just kind of sit on it.
We're all moving back first.
Yeah, we're all moving back first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kiva already backed up like 20 feet.
Yeah, Kiva's well back. Kiva's like, oh, y'all are touching
Same.
it? Ah, peace.
Same.
Yeah, no.
So
Twitch is
yeah,
not interested.
you all back up, and as you do, you see Edgar kind of shake his wings off a little bit, still a little drippy, and just and
It'll be like a
flies
blow
over
dryer for
and
him.
flies over and plops his butt right down on that rune, and as soon as his feet touch the ground, That was a turn of phrase. As soon as his feet touch the ground, he is completely engulfed in flame. An entire wall of flame shoots up all the way to the top of the ceiling, which is 15 feet tall, by the way. This is a really tall and narrow cave. Where you're at is actually a little taller, so it's 15 feet up and about 10 feet wide, completely blocking that intersection. And this just a wall of flame erupts from the ground, just like, and then it dissipates. Edgar takes no damage, and you all can feel the heat.
Is the rune gone?
Are you gonna move closer to it?
I'll have Ed get up off of it.
Hop on it.
No, he will not hop.
Does he?
Oh.
So he gets up off of it after the fire dissipates. Yes.
Yes.
Does he land back down on it?
No.
Okay.
Why not? He's immune.
I want to see if it's still there or not.
Yeah, that's how you see if it's still there, if it activates again.
I love that you guys are setting this off when you could literally just walk around it. It's so fantastic.
Hey, we wanted to spend 10 hours just doing this.
It would be a service to get rid of it for other travel.
So, Alen, as you get closer to it, you can see that the rune is still on the ground.
Okay, well, this was pointless.
Send Edgar on it again. It just needs a second time.
Still active or not?
You don't know until someone tries to activate it.
Twitch is gonna try and convince Alinda to send Edgar again.
You cannot. I'm already leaving.
Hang on. Kiva, what was that?
How long has it been since Kiva used to detect magic?
That's a good question. It's only been about 10 minutes. Yeah. How long does it last? An hour?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? I'm gonna let it go this time. Yeah, you still detect the rune is still active.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he set it off, but it's still active, guys.
What does it mean?
That means it's been permanently set there.
Well, that seems like a lost cause. Shall we continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. You all do make your way around the fire hole and make your way over.
The fire hole.
and as you make your way over, you do recognize that there is the fire. Yes, that's the technical term. There is a bit of a cave-in, small cave-in. It looks like there may have been a path that went that way, but right now it's completely caved in, impassable. You guys could spend some time moving boulders to maybe move into it. Oh God, undo. Oh, that didn't happen. You guys can't see anything right now. Just shh.
Okay.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
Okay.
There's no passage. You see nothing.
Yikes.
Room full of fungus.
Yeah. Shut up, you see nothing.
Super useful.
Well, I'm glad you didn't see all of it then. Shh. Okay. You see nothing. There's nothing there. Moving on. Okay. You pass through the cave uninterested in the cave-in and make your way around to the bridge where you do in fact see exactly what Edgar saw, a sturdy wooden bridge over a very small short chasm, 5-foot drop down to the flowing river, which you know is still magical. Still assume magical.
Fast-flowing?
Yeah.
Fast-flowing small rivers are deadlier than
yes.
fast-flowing big
and
rivers.
you can see.
Have you ever heard of the Strid?
And you can see the fire glowing on the other side of the bridge towards the other end of the cave. There are two small cave tunnels that seem to go north and south, and the ratty and torn campsite. Do you guys cross the bridge?
What kind of condition does the bridge look like it's in?
The bridge looks very sturdy. It's solid wood. It doesn't look dilapidated at all.
Twitch is remembering
Okay.
something about trolls and is wanting to detect traps or anything. Critters.
Same. Jen would be wanting to take a look around.
How do
'cause
you?
Anything in the Feywild is suspicious, especially if it looks safe. That is what Jen is going off of right now.
Go ahead.
Perfect. Jen learned so
Especially
much.
Yes.
Twitch is so proud of Jen.
Oh
It's
man.
suspicious, especially if it's safe, is Jin's motto.
Yes. Yeah. Motto for life. Go ahead and roll me Jin and Twitch. Go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Let me a paranoia checks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
I just
Paranoia
want to
check.
say, there's a reason Jen isn't dead yet.
Hey.
Also, nat 20.
All right.
Decent.
So great rolls.
Dirty 22.
Okay. So with those rolls, sorry to waste your rolls here. It is safe. There is
Aw.
nothing around anywhere. The bridge actually
Yikes.
is incredibly sturdy construction. It actually looks very, very ancient.
What is it
And
made
as you look closer at the bridge, though, you can tell that it's not actually wood. It's actually stone that's been made to look like wood. It is very well handcrafted. Oh
Again,
man.
were there dwarves here?
I'm starting to wonder.
Uh-huh. Do you cross?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell the party how safe it is and wait for someone else to cross.
Same.
Typical
We're
rogues.
basically the same person. I don't know.
I'm crossing.
Okay, Alin, you cross.
Kiva's gonna walk up to it and like tap it with her staff before she actually steps on it.
Okay.
Even after, yeah, Jen and
We
yeah,
have
both
thought
said-
things were safe before, and they weren't. This is about not metagaming.
Right. So you all Jen and Twitch. Yeah, this bridge is totally safe. There doesn't seem to be anything weird with it. And Alin's like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead. And Kiva's like poking it with a stick as Alin steps onto the bridge. And as Alin steps onto the bridge, nothing happens, and Alin is able to walk across safely with no ill effect whatsoever. I'm assuming everyone else
brave.
follows.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I set one trap out for you guys, and you all are like, everything's a trap!
It's the Feywild.
And that trap was really obvious. Okay, so Alin, as you make your way across, you can indeed see that the fire is well lit, well burning, and everyone who's following, you all see the same
Can I
thing.
look
The fire is.
inside the two holes in the walls?
Yeah, there isn't too much to see inside the hole. It looks like it does go off into the cave itself. It's possible that these actually go out. It's really hard to see into them. They're fairly small. And yeah, they're pretty nondescript, but they are other cave tunnels.
Can I borrow Edgar's 120 dark vision for a second, just to see if there's anything?
He sees blackness inside.
Even magic can't get rid of his dark vision.
That's great.
Wait, so can I see more than he can?
You see the same thing that he can.
Okay.
Like he continues to see rough
So
walls.
There's two small
Yes. Yeah.
cave entrance type things in the room as well.
Say that again.
Does like how large?
You guys could fit through, but you probably
how large are these other cave entrances?
they're about I'd say about 3.5 to 4 feet round. So not overly tall. You definitely have to probably crawl through it. But you could definitely make your way through it. Like it definitely looks sturdy and safe, and it's definitely traversable.
What about the skull hole?
If you guys, well, I'm gonna ask who makes their way past the campfire.
Me?
Okay, so you're moving.
I will.
Okay, you guys are moving past the tunnels.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, you move past the tunnels and by the campfire, and again, this fire is very well going. It looks like it's been built up. go ahead and everyone roll me an Arcana check. And as you guys make your way to the campsite, you can see that this camp looks like it's been long deserted. Okay, I will. Kiva, you can actually roll me an Arcana check as well, just out of curiosity what you find there. And yeah, this campsite.
20.
Nice. This campsite looks like it's been long since deserted. The water skin seems cracked and broken. There's little bits of traveling gear that's strewn about, small tattered sheets of paper, books, maybe a journal, and a mess kit that looks completely disheveled and shutted around. And the tent
question.
itself is absolutely torn to shreds. This would not hold up for anything.
Can Jen go pick up that journal?
There's nothing in it. It is so old that all of the writing in it has faded over time. Even the pages itself, as you touch it, kind of crumble in your fingers.
Okay, so this place looked like it had been recently inhabited, but it's actually been a minute since anyone's been here.
So
A minute?
Twitch, yes. So Twitch, that makes sense that you're saying that. Twitch and Alin, you recognize that this fire is magically burning. This is not necessarily a real campfire. It is magically burning.
It's
It's a magical fire?
It is a magical fire.
Okay, but
You
why
feel
would
well,
someone want a
everything's
magical
magical.
fire in this place?
All good
Pepper
questions.
burning.
Kiva, what? Can you roll me a Arcana check?
Okay, specifically Arcana.
What was Squirt?
Specifically Arcana. Oh yeah, that's a good question. Well, it doesn't matter because you guys already figured it out. But I'll roll for Squirt. There you go. I was just seeing if she got a nat 20, but she did not. Speaking of 20s, good lord. Kiva, as you're looking at these tunnels, you do get some sort of ping of magical influence in these tunnels. Despite it looking black, as you're looking down into the tunnel, you feel like you can see something at the other end of the tunnel. As your eyes kind of like readjust and focus on the weave and you look deep down into it, you can see almost what looks like a reflection of what you're staring at, except it looks like the backside of someone else, way further down. It's almost like you can see someone in the tunnel, like it goes out into an opening and there's someone there. There's a small glint of glowing light coming from the very far end of it.
Huh.
Hey, does someone come over here and check this out? I think I see something down this tunnel.
Well, I don't have dark vision.
Which
So
tunnel?
I don't either.
Yeah.
Kiva doesn't
Which
have
tunnel?
dark vision either. That's why she's confused.
I'm assuming
Which tunnel?
I'm assuming it was this tunnel. North or south tunnel?
Probably the north one.
North one. Okay. So this top tunnel, Kiva is standing in front of, looking into.
I'll look at it through Edgar's 120 magic dark vision.
Edgar sees blackness, as he did before.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Can I try to look at it?
You sure can. Roll me an Arcana check.
Why can't Edgar roll Arcana?
Edgar's Arcana.
So while you're doing that, Dre's and everyone else by the campsite, this camp looks absolutely
10.
destroyed. 10? Okay. Yeah, you actually only see blackness as well.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Are you feeling okay?
I honestly don't know right now. I might still be shaking from what I saw with the drift globe. I'm just.
You
swear
saw
I
something in your drift
something
globe?
down there.
Kiva, you still see it. It's
Wait,
not
what?
gone away. You still see someone.
Only good
The light.
things.
Yeah, you still see a light in the tunnel, and you still see an opening on the other side of this tunnel.
Can Jen try and look even though they don't have dark vision since Kiva said they can see it without dark vision. I think that would have Jin curious.
I'm gonna say
Perhaps.
no because you have no magical affect, if that makes
Okay.
sense. This is pure magic.
You have no
Okay.
capacity.
Can
for
Twitch
magic.
look?
Yeah. Also, no, you have no capacity for magic. Dre's could
Yeah,
look.
I do. I have been touched by the Fae.
Oh,
Booyah.
oh man! All right, yes, you can look.
Alright, what do I roll?
Roll
I
me
still
an
think changeling should count as magical.
roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah, I would let you do it if you were Fey touched.
I'm definitely not touched. Or not, this is not the magic that I'm used to.
you
dealing
see
with.
blackness too. So far, Kiva's the only one who sees something.
All
What
right,
did
I
Kiva roll to
will
get this? Her...
look as well.
Okay.
Wait, Alin got a 20 as well. I don't know.
No,
I don't know
I
what
got
they...
a 10 the second
The
time.
deciding
The second time.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yep. So
Yeah.
just Kiva. Just Kiva.
We all think Kiva's going a little cray-cray.
Kiva's off her rocker.
Jen,
I mean, she's
while
not
they're
gonna
all
argue
doing
with that.
this,
Squirt kind of walks over. It's just like, what are you guys looking at?
while they're all doing this, Jen is going to see if the fire actually feels hot.
Oh, it feels hot for sure. Absolutely. As you got closer,
Interesting.
you could feel heat.
Interesting.
I'm just
I'm gonna
imagining Jin like about to
No.
stick her hand in.
Yeah. So yeah, Squirt walks over and asks what you guys are looking at.
Kiva says she sees something at the end of the tunnel.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I can see it.
Well,
Kiva, are you feeling okay?
what does it look like?
Seriously.
It looks like there's a person. Like the cave opens up into a space and there's like someone there.
Oh, well, I'll go say hi. And she starts walking into the tunnel.
I figured Squirt was gonna do that.
Wait, but Squirt didn't say if she saw it or not?
Squirt doesn't
Should
see
we
it.
stop her?
She does not see it.
Oh,
Uh,
she's just going.
she's just
Stop
going.
her.
She just trusts that Kiva sees something. And she's like, okay, I'll go say hi. And she's tall enough to walk through the tunnel. So,
Should we stop her?
No. Let's
You have
let
about
the-
5
let the
seconds
kinky
before she-
person-
yeah, go ahead. You have about 5 seconds before she gets out of range.
Squirt, I don't know about this. If no one else can see it, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll go say hi. And Squirt disappears into the tunnel. And moments
Jen would join the others.
moments later, Jin, as you're walking over, you see Squirt appear out of the south tunnel. Squirt appears out of the south tunnel, and Squirt just
Now you're thinking with portals.
and Squirt's is like, hi, and I'm assuming everyone turns around.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Wow.
You all see Squirt standing on the other side of the tunnel.
Wait,
This just
what?
tells me you always need to be playing one of the PCs, Gabe, just so things move along.
We're all too
Uh,
cautious.
You are all way too cautious. Just let stuff happen. It's gonna be fun.
So it's
Alright.
a portal.
Kiva turns around and sees Squirt, looks back at the cave, and immediately like goes into the cave herself.
And moments later, you are standing next to Squirt. You were facing everyone who is looking at that cave.
Alright, Jen, curious,
Oh, yeah,
seeing
that's
that neither
weird.
one of them has been hurt, is going to go through the other cave.
Okay. You and Kiva both had to crawl through. So as you're making your way through, you walk past Squirt, who's like, "Oh, okay, bye," and just like
I'm
walks
gonna
through.
shrink myself to the minimum of medium height to make this easier.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. As you do, you make your way, and you appear next to Drace, who is standing on the and Alin, who's standing on the other side.
I see
Oh,
this
that's
short version of.
Weird cave.
I see the short version of Jen because I didn't see Jen change, and I'm like, ah, monster!
Jen says, "Shut up," and then goes back to normal.
Oh, you.
I can do
you
that,
are a
remember?
changeling.
Yes.
Yep.
I know. I
I
just
just
wanted to
don't
say
do it
it.
often because it's still
Everyone's-
kind of awkward.
Yes, everyone's remembering all of their old stuff now. I love it. So,
Yeah.
but you guys have figured out that the tunnel is really just a mirror of itself, and it just points to the other tunnel. As you make your way through, anyone who travels
Well,
through,
that's kind of creepy, but
it's kind of creepy, but also kind of fun to just appear from one side to the other.
it's not exactly useful.
Nope, not at all useful. It is definitely
Okay, let's check out the skull.
definitely weird magic.
Well,
Trickster
Raise
magic,
your-
if you will.
Definitely looking at that meme channel. That is epic. Thank you.
Dre's here's the
Oh.
skull one, and he leads the charge.
Yeah, you make your way past the disheveled campsite and just past the camp here, and as you make your way around the corner, you do in fact see hundreds and hundreds of small animal skulls. Oh, there's a lot. It's stacked up to the walls, all the way around on all the sides. It definitely looks like a creature caused this. It's definitely stacked. It's not just like piled. Definitely something, but you can't really tell what it is because it's literally just the skulls. It's only skulls of all sorts of different creatures, all sorts. If you can think of it,
people?
there are no humanoids in there, only animals.
You know, this is something I've been curious about for a while. Dre's, can you only make humanoid skeletons, or could you have like a skeleton dog following you around?
Kiva
I
gets a
don't know.
really freaked out look at that suggestion.
You can have a
It's just a question. Just a question. I would have.
I'm not sure how I feel about a skeleton dog following us around.
Yeah. By the way, I think we lost you, Dre's.
I just wanted to know if it was a thing that he could do. Because we've only seen him with people skeletons. So I've been meaning to bring that up. Just
It kind of seems like a challenge. Like, are you cool enough to make a dog skeleton, or?
Oh,
he can make
Jesus.
dog skeletons, but only those really crappy fake ones from like Target.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
Okay, there we go. Dre's is back. All right, to answer the
Yeah.
question, Dre's, can you make an animal skeleton?
It says undead creature. It doesn't say humanoid.
That is
So
correct.
I'm going to
Of
go
course, of
ahead and
course.
So
cast
before you
animate
It's just the
skeleton.
skull,
Okay.
it's not
before
bones.
you cast that, these are only skulls. There are no other bones. It is only skulls.
Oh,
We'll just get you a dog. It's fine.
get you a chimichanga thing.
Chimichanga.
Can I have like a skeletal body formed of all skeleton heads?
Oh my dear
That'd be
God.
great.
Kind of horrific. Can I do
Please no.
I'm gonna say no just because I don't want to have to keep up with that.
that? I'm terrified.
It would be
to
one
gay, but
being.
it's
I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Dre's, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh no.
I mean,
Roll,
if the answer's
It's gonna be
no,
like a
I'm
dirty
okay with
20 this
that.
time.
Oh, it's gonna be a nat
Well,
20
watch,
with the way
right?
he's been rolling.
All right, hold on.
to see if you can have a horrific.
Oh my God!
Called it.
Oh my
Didn't I
god.
call it? All right. So,
This is great.
So that's
Dre's-
happening.
Dre's,
dog.
go ahead and cast it. If you want to
Okay.
cast it, and let's see if I can describe this in any way, shape, or
With the
form.
natural 20, I am definitely going to.
Oh God! Why?
I'm very happy at my suggestion / question.
All
So,
right, it has been casted.
All right, Dre's cast.
Chaos.
So you see Dre's like throw out his hands and start mumbling something and like release whatever he's casting, and all of a sudden about 40 different skulls start to like shake and tremble and jingle and start moving together and conglomerating into some
horrifying.
sort of humanoid-ish, animal-ish form. It is definitely some sort of monstrophic catastrophe of skull bones that's conglomerated into a what looks like a humanoid dog with a tail. It's really weird.
It's a werewolf.
Yeah,
It's
it's
called
really
werewolf.
weird.
I hate it.
there are about 40 different
Kiva
skulls.
like-
Kiva looks at this thing, looks back at
Yeah.
Dre, and points at it. This is why people don't like necromancy.
Jen looks at all of you and says, "Do you think I could attempt to imagine what that thing would look like?"
No, please no.
Do it. Do it. Dre's over there. Do it. Do it.
And as all the
I will
bones
like
come
you
together,
so much better, Jen, if you do it.
and as the bones come together,
All
and
past discretions will be forgiven on my end if you do it.
what is
Oh,
Jen
wow.
gonna
tries. Yeah, Jen's gonna try and imagine what that thing would look like alive, and is gonna try and turn into it just for the shits and
do?
giggles.
Oh dear God!
Wow. Funny.
Oh dear God! Okay, so everyone, brace yourselves.
Totally
Um.
derailed this campaign for
Good
tonight.
lord. So as Jin closes his eyes, and as Jin closes his eyes, his body just starts to mutate and form, and he just morphs. His
I'm
hands
getting a lot
like
of
yeah. Jin, I actually want you to roll a performance check for this. I need to know how well you can
I'm good at
virtualize.
those.
Yeah, I need to know how well you can conceptualize
Come
this.
on, nat 20.
Oh my God!
Wow. Okay, it was obviously meant to be. This
Yes.
is
All right.
meant to
So,
happen.
this is exactly how
Well,
I
now
wanted
we
it to
have
go.
a way to terrify people.
Oh, it's definitely terrific.
Terrific.
Yeah, terrific. So as
Never look at
But
it
I'm-
again.
all right, let's see if I can
So
do
if
this.
we ever need to fake a monster, I got you covered.
Jen,
Are we going to pull a fucking Scooby Doo ass plot?
Jin closes his eyes, and as he does that, his body starts to transform and grows in size, both horizontally and vertically. His legs lengthen in an unnatural sort of way, and just mangled legs, just
So much.
bulbous and muscular and fatty at the same time. Yeah, it's really unsettling. And as the legs begin to form, the upper chest and torso begins to mutate and form as well, and it just becomes this block of solid muscle, rippling pectorals, up to the arms that are mangled. They are just long and scarecrow-like, and at the very point, sharp, piercing nails. And as Jin continues to form up to the neck, to the head, ears begin to sprout out of the top of Jin's head, out to a very long, pointed nose with really nasty, sharp, pointy teeth. Jin looks like a damn scarecrow werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yes,
Like
with
a skull dog Cerberus.
yes, basically, but without the extra heads. And
Yeah, sadly I cannot grow extra heads.
yes, and or extra limbs technically. But you are able to grow a tail for this because you rolled a nat 20 because that is beautiful flair. And there is a
I
long,
think tails
sharp,
should be allowed. They
razor
just
sharp.
can't work.
There's a long, sharp, razor sharp tail at the end of Jin's form. And Jin, you are now about 8 feet tall, and
Ha.
you have a 6-foot span, and you look terrifying.
Put it
You
back.
know, I've never tried anything like this before, but this could be very useful.
Put it back.
Yeah, that feels about right. Yes, Kiva, that's about what Jin looks like, but with way thinner arms and way
Yeah.
more bulbous legs.
Okay.
Twitch is gonna ask
And
something
that's
like,
about
"Why
as
haven't you done this
fast
before
as
with all the
it's
things
gonna
we
be
fought?"
worth.
I mean, it doesn't help me fight any better. I just look like it.
You would definitely
this
pass
one
some
a
intimidation
skeleton?
checks.
So this but a skeleton is what Dre's now has.
Yeah, so this is essentially the skeletal form of what Dre's has put together,
But with all skulls.
but with only skulls. So it looks.
Kind of
it
like
looks
a witherling. What the fuck are they called? The
Yeah.
hyena people.
yeah.
Dre's unlocked skill, bone shaping.
What are they called? What are the fuck gnolls?
Yeah.
Knowles, yeah.
It could be like that.
It kind of reminds me of like what you guys are talking about. Reminds me of a witherling gnoll.
I think it's gonna be closer to. Let's see if I can find this. Oh,
Jen is going to keep this in mind for the future.
Kiva is definitely still not looking, by the way.
That Lin one, except for like the bulkier legs, but yeah, that's.
Yeah.
The way,
yeah,
the way,
that's
no,
pretty
the
good.
way I
Just don't
envision,
go to the meme channel.
the way I envision Jen is more like that.
But with the dog head.
Yeah, but with a dog head and a tail.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the witherling is.
Yeah, yeah. That image is actually the hungry, but same effect. very, very unsettling.
I hate it.
Oh, and I just realized that I did a dumb thing. All right, so you're gonna have to excuse me while I rehide all of that damn tunnel. Okay.
Oh, I'm not even looking at it. So
That's fine.
okay.
Should
Yeah.
have just been an owlbear.
Yep. Should have just been an owlbear. Note to self: just do owlbear. Got it. Okay. So.
So Jen is going to smile very unsettlingly.
Please go back.
And then go back.
Hey, I actually don't see the screen.
I just closed it. I gotta hide everything
Oh,
again.
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I look over at
He's
Jen
that
and say,
paranoid.
You are
Gotcha.
on my good side now.
Nice to know.
So that's horrifying. We can add that to the list of Dre's crimes against nature.
I'm over here just clapping like a kid in a candy store, like, oh my god, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool.
I can do a lot of things. I just haven't had a chance to show it off yet.
In
Especially
40
since,
days,
you
you
know,
haven't
I
had a
revere-
chance.
Usually
like
we're
still
around
turned
other
away.
people or you're mad at me.
True. That is pretty true.
Kiva's like still turned away, like staring intently at the fire, so she's not looking, and he just kind of like, is it that bad? Is it bad? Is
I'm
that big?"
back. I'm
It's pretty
back.
bad.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay, cool, thank you.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think I need to see that right now.
And I have.
I mean,
my-
I'm not going to suddenly go around and tear your head off.
Or am
Alright,
I?
with
Yeah.
Tim saying all
Good-
that,
good
I
to know.
have with Tim saying all that, I have my little skeletal beastal thing just like clatter its teeth. Just
That's funny because I was going to do the same thing for you. All right, so yeah, as Kiva, as you're turned
Right.
around, you hear the sound of 40 clattering skulls hitting the floor all at the same time, just like a as they all just clamber to the floor.
Are the arms and legs still
Aw.
visibly skulls, or have they like reshaped into bones?
So everything was a skull. Just the way they formed kind of looked like that, and Jen was imagining looking it like that.
Okay. Even if I don't get to keep it, that was a great use of my spell.
That was pretty magical. I'm not
Do
gonna
you
lie.
get to keep it?
No, he does
No,
not
the
get
clatter
to
to
keep
the floor.
it.
And now I have a new trick in my arsenal. I wasn't sure
If
that
I-
was gonna be something I could pull off.
Werewolf?
Yeah, I mean I did it once.
You can sure try it
If I,
again.
Someone
I say, if
sat
I
up-
did, I would have.
Maybe that was what it looked before. Maybe that's what it looked like before. Someone
Maybe.
sat
Yeah.
up Skulldog Werewolf's new race.
I think
Yeah.
if I do something once, like with the changeling thing, if I see it or I manage to do it,
I
it
think-
just lets me do it.
If you'd have seen yourself, I would let you immediately be able to redo it. You're gonna have to roll a performance
That's
check
fair.
to do it again.
That's fair. I'll try in front of a mirror and an inn with no one around.
I can't wait for Jen
I
to
need
scare
a
himself.
backup plan for a
All right, so Jen-
for a rainy day.
For Jen, for clarity's sake, are you back to your half elf self?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, although Jim's like, I'm getting kind of bored of this. I might change this around sooner or later. So if you wake up and I look different, don't panic.
All right, so you
Should
guys.
we have a code word or something then?
That might be smart.
Yeah, just in general for you guys.
Maybe I could just mention I'm a
need
changeling
a-
because I haven't told anyone else that's not in this room that we know.
Whew.
That's fair.
You
Okay.
haven't? Twitch asks with a raised eyebrow.
I only told you because you made me. The only other people that know are my family, and they're not here right now.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm not going to be, metagamey, but when Twitch was
Yeah, she
doing all
should
the
have to roll a
spying back in Fendolin, did
Okay,
she
she's
see-
dead. Well, yeah, there's her.
You don't know
Yeah,
that?
there's her. I forgot about her, honestly.
I'm just asking, does Twitch actually know that?
You don't know that
I don't
because Jen
think Twitch
never
knows
told
that.
you that Jen told Halia. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah, Jen knows that Jen alluded to Halia and then showed Halia.
Okay,
but
but Twitch doesn't know that. That's
Twitch
not the
does
part
not.
that Twitch oversaw.
Correct. Twitch does
Okay.
not know that.
You just saw the tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She should have to roll a deception.
Actually,
I couldn't remember what part she oversaw.
Actually, I do want to point something out. Jen, as you changed your shape, all of your like padded armor slopped off and on your skin in the on your back. Anyone who was looking at your back.
Wait a second. I thought you said I could choose to
I'm
hide
sorry.
that though.
Okay.
Because I asked you about that specifically.
Okay. Then never mind.
Ooh.
Then never mind. No one saw anything. I was gonna try and give you your present, but fine.
Oh.
Okay. Moving on. No, too late. You gotta figure it out in another way now.
Decisions made. Decisions made.
All right. So you guys are standing in the cave, and all of that stuff just happened, and the fire is still raging. The water is still bubbling and trickling through the cave. Where are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Is there anything through the skull room, or is that just a dead end?
It's just a dead end. It's just a dead
Okay,
end
let's go
into this
around.
cave.
Let's
Okay.
go around past the place with the fire rune and then down the other tunnel.
Alrighty. I'm assuming everyone goes.
Wait. The cave. We didn't think there was anything weird about the cave den bit.
No one wanted to check it out.
Since
I
we're
thought we
passing
were
it
just
again,
figuring.
I'll investigate it.
There's not
Well,
much.
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to investigate. It's a caved-in area. It looks
It's a
like
cave
at
in.
one point it would have been about 3.5 feet wide. It's still fairly tall, but it is kind of a block, so it would have to be. It wouldn't take terribly long to remove all the rubble, especially with 6 of you. It would probably take maybe 10 minutes to remove all the rubble, but it is definitely blocked, and you can't see past it.
I'm gonna.
Do we think there's a passage behind here?
Yes,
Oh, good
you would.
question.
You would think that there's a passage behind there. It definitely looks like there should be
Okay,
a
so-
passage there.
Okay.
Well,
Gotcha.
I don't care. I'm going down the other way.
I would say we'd save that for in case we have nowhere else to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Shrugs.
I mean, we have a couple of familiars. We could maybe just clear a small space enough for them to get through.
There's like a ferret around, isn't there?
Yeah. Just
Whipping
gotta
out
get-
all the things tonight.
Well, it's because I mentioned it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how it never gets used.
Well,
Yeah.
because Edgar is the more improved familiar.
Yeah.
He is the
I mean-
superior. This is what his familiar performance.
Like how much of a gap would we have to clear for one of the familiars to get through?
I mean, for a ferret.
Probably Edgar.
For a ferret,
probably
like-
Edgar, because he's got the dark vision and everything. So
Okay. Well, the ferret, it would take about maybe 2 minutes. Edgar would take 3 or 4 minutes. It
That's
really
nothing.
would. Yeah, it really would not take long for you guys to clear this tunnel.
I mean, Twitch is gonna look at Alin and say, "Don't we need to explore everything in order to find the key?"
yeah, couldn't it be down this passage?
It could be, but there's a much larger area.
We don't know
We
that.
don't know that. We don't know that.
We saw a tunnel going down into.
That doesn't mean it leads to a larger area than whatever's behind here.
The key could be here, and then we don't have to go down scary large passages anymore.
Agreed.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ, you guys.
Who's Jesus Christ?
That was out of character.
Raven fucking Queen.
Oh my god.
I think we need to pin that one.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, who's that?
Oh man.
But well, if we want to do that, I mean, if it's only gonna take a couple of minutes, then yeah, we can go ahead and get that situated, and I can send Rhett in there for us.
Okay.
Brett?
Since I can see through it within, I think, 100 feet.
Yeah, and I can see through Ed infinite.
Well, technically, even with just a regular familiar, you can see through it to any distance. You just can't give it any directions outside 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys
I thought it was the other way around.
do you guys spend some time clearing the path?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll take a few minutes.
Spend a couple
Committing.
minutes. All right, so you spend a couple minutes clearing this path, and as you do, you can kind of see that there is in fact a path that leads back behind and around things. Dre's, you first can send Rhett through. He squeezes through some of the smaller holes. He doesn't have wings. He's a bit tinier than Edgar. Kind of able to traverse. You let him go through a little first, and you guys continue clearing the path for Edgar, so that Edgar can kind of like crawl through. He definitely can't fly through. It's definitely more of like a crawling through. And as they do that, they do in fact make their way into. Oh, where's my thing? Oh, there we go. They do in fact find that there is a 3-foot wide tunnel that just makes its way, whipping and winding around the curve here. What senses do they have?
I was going to say I do not have dark vision, but I have keen hearing and smell.
What senses does Edgar have?
Dark vision.
Okay.
120 foot magical dark vision.
Yes. Okay. So Rhett smells something first. A sickly sweet fragrance as he makes his way through this, and he can see there's a green glow coming from further down into it. Edgar can actually see fairly clearly because of the light that's being thrown by whatever is further down. He can see actually pretty clearly in the tunnel. Rhett begins to start to feel pretty relaxed because he has a heightened sense of smell. He just starts to feel, pretty chill, pretty relaxed as he's making his way through the tunnel. Edgar does not. Edgar is able to continue on, and he does make his way all the way down to the bottom, where it opens up into a very small field of mushrooms, glowing violently green, very, very green. There's a full, sickening sweet smell filling both of their noses, and I need both of them to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh dear.
Yikes.
Actually, Rhett will have disadvantage.
Because keen senses.
Because keen senses.
Mushrooms in fairy places are always a bad sign.
Squirt would disagree.
Yep.
This
Squirt's
is
like, what are you
very
talking
loud.
about?
I was muted.
Mushrooms
Is
are
this like a
awesome.
poison? Is this like a poison?
No, it is not.
Okay, I'm asking for clarification of immunities.
I'm aware. Does he have advantage against magical sleeping effects?
Oh, wait.
I was right.
Perfect.
He has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Then he would have advantage on it. So it would, he would have advantage on this. While you're rolling that,
Okay.
Rhett with his keen
18
senses.
And Yeah,
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Rhett, with his keen senses, as he's making his way into this, is looking very curiously at the mushrooms, very relaxed, and all of a sudden he just feels absolutely fatigued and almost immediately passes out and falls asleep. Edgar, you said 18? Edgar manages to stay awake. However, he is incredibly tired. His wings.
Pick up Rhett, wrap him around his neck like a scarf, go back the other way.
I'm gonna need him. I'm gonna need him to make a strength check because of how tired he is.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I'm just gonna pop him in and out back to me.
You can see through Rhett.
Yeah, I'm able to. I can see through Rhett. Yeah.
Okay, you would see that Rhett would close his eyes. Everything would go black.
And then I will pocket dimension Rhett back to.
Okay. So Edgar, Rhett disappears, and you are in this cave feeling incredibly tired. There's a faint sound of rushing water that seems.
I turn back.
You go back. Okay. All right, and so that's what you guys see down there. The one thing that I did not mention is there was another tunnel in that cave that they weren't able to make it to, but they were pretty close. Edgar would have been able to see that tunnel. Rhett would not have been able to see that tunnel. So Edgar did see a tunnel at the end of that, lit up in violent green colors, just on the map, in case for some reason you can't see it. Tunnel.
Yep.
Question for those of us who might have encountered similar mushrooms at some point. Is there any similarity to what we may have encountered?
Oh, it's very similar.
A
Yes.
one-off that
Yes,
maybe happened? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those of you in the dream state that was in the mushroom room, in your characters, you would know this if it's described to you.
Yeah.
Well, Dre's
is
was
this
there.
the same cave?
It is not the same cave.
God. Wait, what was your answer?
It is not the same cave.
Oh,
okay.
I got excited for that moment.
Out of character, it's not the same cave. In character, you have no idea.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not an unreasonable assumption.
It is
right?
not an
It's
unreasonable
occasionally
assumption.
they would like to mirror.
We're back to Mayhurst. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's a Feywild. Maybe the cave moved.
It's possible.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very possible.
Got up and walked away.
Okay, so
Anyway,
you guys are
let's go
standing.
the other way around now, please.
I'm gonna say by the time all of that happens, you guys were able to clear all of the rubble away, and a lot of you could traverse through this tunnel if you so chose.
Can we go the other way? There's just sleepy time mushrooms.
And a tunnel.
Another tunnel.
But we don't know
I
that.
guess. Yeah, I guess.
Later, I don't want to pass out.
I guess would Lynn actually relay that information that there's another tunnel?
Yes.
Okay.
He would not. Unless Drace brings it up.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it.
Yep. Rhett didn't see it, so
I
unless.
will not say that. There's
Oh.
nothing there. Let's go.
Okay.
I mean, out of
Do we
character,
know that-
there's ways to burn away mushroom.
But
Elena's scared of magical fire. Specifically
I
magical
thought it was just a few
That's
days.
fair.
fire.
That's fair.
all right. So
He has bad luck when it comes to burning things off.
all right. So do you guys continue on?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Guess there's no key in there.
Guess there's no key in there. Not checking that. Oh, I need a different color. That is still not a different color.
I hope it is back there.
Me too.
We'll have to
Yeah.
Me too. I hope it's back there
Yep.
too. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys make your way up and around, and as you do such, you see a chasm, a dark, voidless chasm that seems to go on
Hey, heads up.
indefinitely.
Heads up, I do need to go ahead and bow out now.
Okay.
It's about time for me to head inside.
Okay. You
Alright.
Yeah,
should,
it's also.
we're gonna be done here in a moment.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you
Alright.
guys out of the cave, so we'll be done in a moment.
Okay. Cool.
Just
guys later.
Kiva, watch the end of this stream after work or something.
Will do. Okay.
I think you'll appreciate this. Okay.
Okay.
So you all
Bye.
You all, yep. Bye.
Bye.
You all make your way to what looks like a chasm, almost a natural bridge with a chasm underneath that you definitely cannot see the bottom of, Edgar included. It is just dark forever, it seems and feels like. And as you make your way over to the bridge, you can see
Spoiler, it's 121 feet.
No, it's hundreds and hundreds of feet. Okay, so
I know I was joking.
you see what looks like a gray-robed figure. He looks very old, long gray beard, and as you approach the ledge of the bridge, he says, "Hold! Why do you wish to cross this bridge?"
Who are you?
Is this an enchanter named Tim?
I am the protector of the eternal flame.
Oh, you're the exact person I wanted to see.
You
Have I ever heard any mention of this guy?
No. There is
Well,
nothing.
at least I know I'm in the right direction.
Why do you seek the eternal flame?
I need it to not die.
I will give you one more chance. I want the full truth. Why do you seek the eternal flame?
I need to give it to the devil, or else he will kill me.
I love your blunt answers.
Jin looks right at you and looks right at the guy and is formulating if they need to turn back into the thing.
He raises his staff and lifts it up in front of his face and just says, slams it on the ground and says, "You shall not pass."
Really?
Oh, my
Oh
God.
yes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
This is happening.
This is
Fuck
happening.
you.
Wow.
I
Okay, what's
appreciate
the
it, Gabe.
biggest spell I
Thank you.
have?
A little cheesy.
Where's the Belrog?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it gets
Oh,
better.
wait,
Don't
where's
you
the
worry.
Belrog?
Wait, it's Jen. Jen, quick, turn into a Belrog.
I
Alin,
think that's a bit too big for me.
As
Alin,
literally as possible, I am the Belrog.
yeah, Alin, what are you doing?
I'm debating between either shooting the biggest damaging spell I have or blindness, deathless, and just pushing him off the edge.
Second option.
Good luck with that.
It'd be hilarious though.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm thinking.
Okay, what's everyone else doing? He
Does it
stares.
look like-
He is staring unblinkingly at all of you.
Can we see his face?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What does his face look like?
Old
Because
and
they're like
wrinkled.
Gandalf.
He looks as old as that campsite looked.
Gandalfy looking.
I would say older, but if you're looking at the lore of Lord of the Rings, then yes, Gandalf old.
Blight.
I'm thinking of
You-
doing something,
you
but it
cast-
might be super stupid.
Okay, so as you're thinking of that, Alin casts Blight at him?
Yes.
Okay.
He has to make a save.
He does not need to make a save. You cast Blight, and a black, the look. Describe to me what Blight looks like to you, for your character.
I'd say surrounds. Black energy surrounds something and then fades away.
Okay, so this tendril of blackness shoots out from Alin.
No, not a tendril, more like a cloak
Well,
wrapping around.
okay. Well, it still shoots out from you.
Yes.
It shoots out from Alin directly at this quote unquote protector who's standing on the opposite side, blasts over onto the other side, and just as it's about to reach this enchanter or protector or whoever he is, a blue wall forms in front of him, and Blight just hits this wall and just splatters against the wall, and then
Jen
fades.
takes like 10 big steps back.
Okay.
And he just slams his staff on the ground one more time. You shall not pass!
I mean, I have like a book that's leading me here. I'm not so shouldn't I own it? I'm pretty sure I have like the right to have it because of this, and I'd hold up the shards.
He stands motionless, continuing to block your progress across this bridge.
I really want to know what would happen if I just like walked.
Just make a deal
Good.
with Malin. That's what you're good at.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
If you're saying that in character, I would just say shut up.
At this point, Twitch is probably saying something snide. Yeah.
Just shut up. Who are you?
Yeah. All right. So, what is everyone else doing?
I look over and it's like, this is your challenge.
Jen looks to Lynn and says, "Can I talk to you just for a second over this way?"
So
What?
just to be clear, like Blight did nothing. It just
Blight-
went over
Blight-
him.
barrier.
It hit a barrier. Some sort of
Hit a
barrier,
barrier,
that more than
okay.
likely he cast. It was a bright blue, vibrant glow as it hit this wall of magic.
Can I
Okay,
make an
cool.
Arcana check to see if I know what spell that is?
It's not a spell you're gonna know. So you
Are
can.
you coming over with me, Lynn?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So, Jen is going to take you over to the side, outside of hearing range from whoever the fuck that guy is,
Yeah, who the fuck
and
is
just
this
say,
dude?
and just say, so a couple ideas.
Mm-hmm.
First off, just to check something. Maybe you should have Edgar turn invisible and try and fly over it. Just see if he can.
Okay.
Second off, I have this potion.
It will make us small, I remember.
It makes me small. Now, a few thoughts come to my head. First one is that you never went all the way through that tunnel. There might be something there we could use.
We could go
second
back
one-
through the fungus tunnel and just come around behind him like, surprise, motherfucker.
Wait, is there another tunnel back there you saw?
Well, you just said I didn't go all the way through, so there might be.
That's true. Another thing is, what if this thing makes me tiny? What if I ride, or someone rides,
Ed?
yes, on Edgar? If you can get over him, and then someone causes a distraction. We're talking super quietly. He can hear? Damn it.
No, he cannot hear.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
he is unreactive to everything that's going on. He is literally just staring open-eyed at all of you, not
That's
blinking
Okay.
really
whatsoever.
fucking weird.
It is very unsettling. Yes.
So did anyone already ask what the internal flame is, or are we just supposed to know that that's Lynn's book?
I think
I don't.
have I mentioned
I think
it?
she mentioned it.
I think she did mention it,
Okay.
or he mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've talked about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's probably not gonna work. That's why I said have Edgar try first.
Yeah. Have y'all ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
Nope.
No,
I've
I am a
Oh.
horror
page
wimp.
on it.
There's a part where there's a force field and a bird tries flying through it and just hits it. And so that's what I'm waiting for.
Me too.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why I'm having it tried first, and also throughout the other tunnel idea.
And
I'm gonna
Lynn.
have Ed go invisible.
Okay.
And try to fly over his head.
So he's not gonna see Lynn go from, or Edgar go from like, I'm here to poof.
Jen would probably,
Hopefully
before he does that, would say, let's just say we'll be right back and go out of his sight.
We're leaving. Because I poke my head around the corner. We're leaving. Goodbye.
We're coming back. We just... There's something...
We need to talk.
Yeah.
Smooth.
I was going to say something else, but Lynn already said something.
He was the best.
Wow. 19. Shit.
He does not believe you.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe we're leaving? Or he doesn't believe we're coming back?
Any of it?
Well, Jen was talking to the group. I don't care about him.
Oh, okay.
And Jen was telling the truth. We are leaving and coming right back.
All right. So, Lynn, what are you doing?
I'm sending Edgar invisibly
ducking out
over
of
his
sight.
head.
Okay. Lynn's going.
Look
Edgar is
through
going.
his eyesight.
Jen, hang on. So Edgar is going invisible and then flying over his head. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, despite this being a 15-foot tall opening, actually at this point it's way higher. It's like 40 feet tall. So Edgar flies up, invisible, all the way to the top of the cave, kind of like traipsing along the very roof, moving along, and as he gets to a good clip and starts moving with the cave ceiling towards the opening, down to where he is standing, he does in fact hit a barrier, and as soon as he does, the wall just bright blue glows like a ripple through the whole wall, and you guys can see the whole wall at one time going from side to side, completely covering this entire entrance.
Okay, dude, come back. What can I do to appease you? What do you want?
There is nothing you can do. I am to protect. You are to take. It seems we are at an impasse. You specifically.
Oh, the rest of us can go
Yes.
through? Twitch pipes up.
Why do you seek the book?
Oh, I don't seek the book. I just want to explore this area.
You may pass.
Are you fucking
Alright. Throwing up the deuces and walking by.
Jen walks right past him.
You mean Twitch?
Twitch. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so now we got the Dwitch.
Dwitch.
Or
Dwitch.
Dwitch.
Twitch. Good lord. Yeah, Twitch
Jen
walks
looks
right
at
past him.
Lynn. Jen looks at Lynn and says, "Can I go in just to look at it? Because honestly, I'm just kind of curious what it looks like. I've heard so much about it.
It's the key to the book.
Oh, I thought it was the book.
No, it's not the book.
Okay.
It looks like
I'm still kind of curious because you said
I
it
feel
looks
like
like,
it's
waves, and I don't know how a key would look like waves. So it sounds
If anything,
weird.
it's a really good sign that this guy's here. It means we're on the right path.
So can I just go look?
What the fuck he wants?
You.
I just want to look and come back. I'm curious.
You're asking him if you can just look?
Yeah.
No.
It sounds like a really weird description.
No, he once again slams his staff on the ground, just lifts it up, back down onto the ground. You shall not pass.
So
And
she can just go through and look, and I can't?
she
That's
didn't
not
want
very
anything to do
fair.
with the book.
Okay.
that
Well,
was.
I didn't want to take it. I just wanted to look.
Doesn't matter. He's there to protect it. And
Can't even look.
this time, you notice as his staff slams onto the ground, a small crack is formed at the base of his staff.
Ugh, God, guys,
Hey,
do not
hey,
leave me over
buddy.
here alone.
The base of the staff, not the bridge.
No.
Okay, then can I
no,
just
to be
go
clear,
to
the bridge.
explore and not look at
bridge.
it? Because I
Oh.
don't want to leave
The base
Twitch
of the
alone.
base of the what?
It's okay. I'll go with Twitch. I don't want anything to do with the book either.
He has his own book.
Does Dre's actually not want anything to do with the book?
No, not it. No, I mean, no, not interested. Not in this book.
So wait,
Okay.
is the crack on the bridge?
It's
or
on the
staff?
bridge. It's on the bridge.
Where he keeps slamming his staff down.
Yeah.
That's where the
Does he
crack
keep
is.
doing that every time I try to
Yes.
talk to him about it?
Absolutely. He does it every time that barrier goes up. Every time something hits it, every time he says you shall not pass, every time that's happened, he slammed his staff on the ground.
I'm
And
just gonna start throwing rocks at him.
No!
oh god. Alright, so Dre's
Jen
he
would like to
says,
stop
hang on.
her.
Jen Dre's hang on. Dre's he does let you pass. You don't want to have anything to do with the book. He lets you walk right on past. You move through the barrier with ease. Squirt and Kiva are the same way. They do not care whatsoever about this book. And they're just like doop 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 doop, just walking right across the bridge. So everyone,
I'm picturing specifically as like turning back to Alin and just making a face or something.
probably.
Not actually not making a face, but Twitch is thinking, how am I going to attack this guy from behind? So that.
Are you thinking that?
Yep.
How do you know you can't read your thoughts?
That's a good question. Alin, are you trying to throw rocks?
Yes.
Jen, are
Jen
you trying
would-
to stop him?
Yeah. Because every single time something's hit him, he slams that staff down and we just notice a giant crack.
Exactly. It's underneath him. He's gonna fall. through
It's
like a fucking
underneath-
video game boss.
It's
The
well,
bridge.
to be clear, it's underneath the staff, which is in front of him.
He's on solid ground.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
So, are you still throwing rocks?
No.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm turning around and going back to the fungus tunnel with.
You want me to go with you?
Love it.
Oh, yes.
Jen's gonna
Forcing the
go.
hand.
Split the party. Split the party.
All right.
Shut the
So,
fuck up.
Damn it.
those-
How are you going to survive the sleeping?
right. So those of
I'm
you.
an elf. I'm half elf.
All right. So those of you who
I
travel
can't do-
back.
I have to
Um,
Uh-huh.
Okay. So those of you who are past the guard, do you continue on or what do you do before they walk away?
I'm gonna follow Twitch's lead on this one. She seems to know this figure has figured this puzzle out already.
I mean, Twitch is genuinely curious about what is going on back in this area. So we can still communicate with each other, right? So before they turn and just like leave, should we say something like, hey, we're going to meet up at this time or this place?
Yeah, you tell me.
I don't know if they've already turned around and left.
Well,
Yeah, I have at least.
okay. Well, then, no, you don't get a chance to do that. They walked away, and you could yell out
Jen
if you
was-
want.
Is
Jen
Jen still
was-
there?
Probably Jen was gonna follow Alin, but Jen wanted to stop Alin out of sight first. Because Jen wanted
Okay.
to try something.
Well, if I see them walking away, Twitch just wants to yell out, hey guys, we need to meet up later when we're done exploring.
We can meet
Don't
up
worry.
back here.
Okay, we'll come find you in this cave when we're done exploring.
You keep saying when we're done exploring, like you're trying to insist to him that yes, we're exploring.
It cannot be overemphasized. Okay, but yeah, I mean, if we're on the same page, like you guys aren't gonna freaking leave.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, we've come this far.
all right,
I honestly
Well,
don't know what the
this-
fuck is up with this guy.
Right?
So,
I'm not above plans sneaking around and just pushing him into the fucking pit.
I don't think we can do that. There's a thing.
I know, we can go. Sure, let's go through the fungus path.
But you're assuming that connects over there.
But it has to connect somewhere.
We
Maybe
don't know.
it's a dead end and we're going through the exit.
I mean, literally no one knows except Lynn that thing even exists. So...
And when
Hard.
Jin gets out of sight, Jin is going to stop Lynn and say, "You know, it's funny. I think we left somebody behind."
Left someone behind?
What are you talking about?
To Lynn specifically.
I know.
And,
I don't know what you're talking about.
And Jin changes into like somebody else, probably like one of the random Fandolin people that we met.
Perfect.
What the hell are you doing? He's not gonna be fooled by this.
Jen's
You
been
don't
like,
know
I'm
that.
scarred by being a changeling, and now this session all he does is changeling stuff.
Jin isn't scarred by being a changeling. You all were just like really mad at him, and he didn't want to use it while you were mad at him because like being a changeling was kind of part of the thing. And
Part of
I
the
mean,
shit
you know
lied to us
now.
about.
Yeah.
I love the character development.
Right? So,
No changeling magic.
So-
All the changeling magic.
right.
Right.
I mean, now it's coming in useful. I didn't really have much of a use for it before
All right.
yet.
Well, so, Jen, you changed into someone that you've seen in Fandolin, and
Yeah, and
The silver
Jin
phantom.
is going to say, "It might work. He believed that they only want to explore, so
I think
obviously
they do
he's not
want
that."
to explore.
Ding, ding,
I
ding.
mean, I wanted
Lynn
to
has
too.
a
If we can't get to the
feeling.
thing, I want to go look.
okay, go for it. You walk back up to him.
You're
Okay,
cutting
I'm
out
going
good.
back to the fungus tunnel because magic can't put me to sleep.
That's okay. That's fair. You, Jen, you walk back up to him.
Yes, and I'm going to kind of jog back up like I'm out of
This
breath.
guy doesn't. He's not like hostile. He's just a pain in the ass.
As you make your way up, you hear the familiar words, "Hold! Why do you cross this bridge?"
I was traveling with some companions and we got separated. I think they came this way. Did you see them earlier?
Your lies will not avail you here. You
Damn
shall
it.
not pass. And he slams his staff on the ground,
Damn it.
and
Fucking
the
knock it
bridge
off.
collapses into the
Damn
void.
it. I thought there would at least be one or two more times
As-
we'd have to do
As
that.
the bridge collapses, the ceiling begins to collapse with it, and
Holy
rocks and
fuck.
stuff just start piling down into the void.
What the fuck, Jin?
I didn't know it was gonna happen that soon.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
I was say you already headed towards the tunnel.
Right. You would have heard a collapse from the cave, but you wouldn't have known that it was Jen. And Jen, yeah, all of
Jen
that
turns
happens.
around and starts running.
I
He's
feel
still
like
staring
it's
unblinkingly at you.
Jin bullshit.
Yeah. So you guys make your way back to the other tunnel, and you do manage to slip your way through the 3-foot wide passage, and there is once again the sweet smell that you smelled from Edgar, but maybe not so much.
One quick question. I was gonna ask Lynn what was down here because she didn't really tell us much
Mushrooms.
details, did she?
Mushrooms that put you to sleep, but I'm an elf. I'm half elf, so
I'm not.
Yeah, right.
Jen is going to try and like tie something around their face to at least try and help.
to not be metagamey, Alin actually said there's nothing back there.
No, I just said now. If she asks again.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're tying something around you? What are you tying?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get out like a shirt or something from my bag and kind of roll it up fold it once or twice or something, and then use it kind of like a handkerchief.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember doing
Yeah.
that too.
Masks can protect you from COVID and from mushrooms.
Well, we will find out. And so, Alin, you
If
make
not, you're gonna have to drag me.
You'll be
Alin,
fine.
Alin, do you you make your way down through it as well?
Yeah, and I look for the tunnel I saw last time.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. As the two of you make your way down through the tunnel, this sickly sweet smell begins to fill your nose, and Alin, as you're making your way through, you start to feel pretty relaxed. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw because it is not magic; it is nature.
I can't be
Put to sleep by magic.
You said Edgar had advantage because it was a spell.
No, I said Edgar has advantage.
Yeah, he gets advantage on against spells and magical effects. He wouldn't.
It's a magical effect, but it's not a spell. So it's
Well,
a nature. It's a
ma-
nature
I
effect
have- I
that
can't
is
be put to
magical.
Sleep by magical effects. Magic cannot put me to sleep.
Okay, stop arguing with me. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw because it is
Okay.
magical in nature, but it is nature specific. You are breathing in spores, which are not
Okay.
magical. They are nature.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Me too.
We're
Yes.
saving for.
Yes. Jin, because you have a face covering, you actually get to roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Woo!
Well, this is terrible.
Alin is having a rough night.
Make sure I don't break my glasses on the floor.
Right. Yeah, so Jen, you make your way through and you can kind of barely catch whiffs of the scent through your mask that you've made. Alin, as you make your way through, trotting kind of in anger, like, oh, God damn it, not kind of realizing how relaxed you're feeling, and all of a sudden you're feeling super fatigued. And you just kind of like want to sit down somewhere. And Jen, you see Alin just start sitting down in the middle of this field of small mushrooms.
I think. Oh no.
You
Do I see the?
You do see the tunnel, yes. And
Alright, I'm like. I'm gonna grab Alin by the arm and say, "Hold on, the tunnel is right over there. There's a tunnel. Let's keep going."
you're probably gonna need to drag Alin.
Okay.
Or
Jen
Cherry.
will do
Or
that.
Cherry.
Wait, can't
Jen
Edgar
is
help too?
Saying many
I was about to
words.
say that. I was about to ask Edgar to help and be like, if she falls asleep,
He.
prod her with your stinger
Oh God.
or your claws or something.
No
Okay.
love lost.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you don't wake up, I'll turn into that thing again.
I'm gonna have to take a 5-minute break to feed the animals, but I
Okay.
don't think I'm doing it right now.
We're basically there if you want to wait. It's almost over. So yeah, you managed to grab Alin and with Edgar's help, pull Alin through the tunnel, and the rest of you, as you make your way through the tunnel, there is actually a cave opening down here at the bottom, and it does connect, Jen, as you make your way through. It is black on the inside, and as soon as you make your way into that tunnel, specifically at the edge of it, both you, Edgar, and Alin are essentially
keep
sucked in.
bubbling?
Yeah, you're essentially sucked in, and you immediately appear on the other side of this. And you see in front of you Squirt, Kiva, Twitch, and Draze, who are all, I'm assuming, staring a little flabbergasted at you two.
We
Who
found a
wants to
way
help me
in.
murder that guy?
I don't think that's a good idea.
We found Alin's new BBEG. Nemesis.
I told. If he can knock down a passageway with like 3 strikes. By the way, that thing's gone now. Don't ask. Maybe we shouldn't.
Here.
Better than fighting someone we don't know the power level of.
Well, that's how it ends for Alin then.
Let's just go. Before he I don't know, turns around.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys do see stairs leading up. You didn't realize it,
Okay,
but
there's
you
it.
have actually been walking down this entire time at a very small slope.
Okay.
All right, and so you guys do make your way up through the stairs and out the exit. Woo!
Woo!
It took 2 hours just to make your way through this small ass cave. All right, so
Well, we were exploring,
yes.
And we got money.
and I got
Skeleton
cheap
monster.
potions.
Yeah, super cheap potions once a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, you guys are able to make your way up the stairs, and as you make your way up the stairs, you do start to see glints of light coming out of the other side, because you guys went in at daylight, right? It was in the morning time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there is definitely glints of light as you guys are making your way up the stairs that are definitely hewn out of the ground itself. It definitely looks like dwarven craft, for sure. No lies here. It definitely looks like dwarven make, which is very odd indeed.
Everything's here
dwarves.
dwarvish.
Wasn't this supposed to be like an ancient school?
Well, this cave probably wasn't.
True.
But yeah, you guys make your way out, and as you make your way out, you can see in the distance, because I've been looking forward to showing you guys this for weeks.
You should have known better.
Right. In the distance, you all see a massive building. Through the trees, above the trees,
Ooh.
a building almost completely shrouded in mist and smoke because it is just that tall. Not smoke, fog. Because it is just that tall and just that murky. And it is off in the distance. There is a bit to go through to actually make it up to it, but you do see that in the distance as you all exit the cave. And as you exit the cave, you see what look like ruins of an old building scattered throughout. And that's where we're going to end.
Seriously, what the fuck is up with that guy?
It's the Enchanter Tim. Be happy he didn't shoot you into the sky.
No, that was totally supposed to be Gandalf, and there was not an opportunity for me to say dark flames will not avail you. I was really looking forward to saying that, but that's why I said
What the hell
lies
did
will
I-
not avail
I
you.
don't- When would you have said that?
I don't know. Book of Eternal Flame. You
When
know,
the
could've come
Belrog
up.
shut up all of the.
Right.
I don't know.
It's been a long time since I saw this movie.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end that here. And